Tired of living broke, so before I sleep I pray. Then I woke up to my money in the bank. Then I woke up to a chick that ain't complain. Real big goals and my homies want the same. Gangsters moving silence. We been out shutting up the doubters. Fly guys out of public housing. Base loaded betting at 1,000. All them blessings I've been counting. God's work, man, this is God's work. Every single plan, it been God's work. Don't hate what I am, this is God's work. Take it up with the man, boy, it's God's work. God's work, man, this is God's work. Every single plan, it been God's work. Don't hate what I am, this is God's work. Take it up with the man, this is, hold up, blessed up. They can't doubt it. Check the new chick I be out with. Check the new kicks in the outfit. Shit, I could probably quit rapping, be a stylist. All my niggas fly, more flavor than Ben and Jerry. All this ice and this cream, I get in flurries. Give dudes a shot, they think they Stephen Curry, but ain't got no heart to stay in the game, they Eddie Curry. I just got a check, already got gold on my neck. So I'ma take that dough and invest in my kids, to me that's a bigger flex. Yes, tired of living broke, so before I sleep I pray. Then I woke up to my money in the bank. Then I woke up to a chick that ain't complain. Real big goals and my homies want the same. Gangsters moving silence. We been out shutting up the doubters. Fly guys out of public housing. Base loaded betting at 1,000. All them blessings I've been counting. God's work, man, this is God's work. Every single plan, it been God's work. Don't hate what I am, this is God's work. Take it up with the man, boy, it's God's work. God's work, man, this is God's work. Every single plan, it been God's work. Don't hate what I am, this is God's work. Take it up with the man, this is, I'm in a new bag, my new swag, new flows. I produce with these dudes like they know we're close. In the bank I ball like a Sonic. My favorite 2 words, withdraw and deposit. Fresh to death, boy, my outfit's a eulogy. Money talks, I communicate fluently. Set the trend on what's cool, nigga. Usually I be taking all of them to school, this is truancy. Haters got no win in me classa. I go noodles with the sauce, penny vodka. Comfy in and wide at me casa.
Welcome in early heads, welcome in early heads.
We been out shutting up the doubters. Fly guys out of public housing. Base loaded betting at 1,000. All them blessings I've been counting. God's work, man, this is God's work. Every single plan, it been God's work. Don't hate what I am, this is God's work. Take it up with the man, boy, it's God's work.
Ну, что скажешь? Идеально.
А бошки дымятся, подружки скучают. Они считают, что достаточно тепла не получают. Бошки дымятся, подружки скучают. Они считают, что тепла не получают. А мне по душе улыбка до ушей, улыбка до ушей, моя и корешей. И пока ваша Лёша думает о хорошем, этот стиль тонкий, но грязный, плотный. И сейчас он модный, бородатый, от 9 до лопаты. Дабы качались мои ребята. Ребята на коротких рукавах, на бейсболках загнутых в овал. И пока бас долбит, по ночам они поднимают толпы. Поднимают с пола пыль вечером. С монитора микрофон на моно, и все будет ровно. По району скромно, на Air Jordan на своем. По паре ровных, по паре ровных, по паре ровных.
Welcome in early heads, welcome in early heads. How we doing, baby? DJ Yugo joining you with some Eastern beats. We'll be starting in a couple of minutes. In the meanwhile, enjoy the vibes.
Они считают, что достаточно тепла не получают, а бошки дымятся, подружки скучают. Они считают, что тепла не получают.
Człowiek prosto pobrля.
Kings and queens. We were really pushing the humor yesterday, man. We were really pushing the humor, and I enjoyed every last motherfucking second of it. We got a new mask. It's fucking weird. I'm not sure I'm a fan. Because it's weird. It pushes my hair down. So, look. It's a very cool design. You see what it does? You see how it goes like this? It's kind of like a shredder. You see it? It's nice, but it presses on my face far too much here in the front. No, here. Presses on my face far too much here in the front. I can pull it down like this, and it's very practical, like for to get a drink. I just pull this down all the way. And it's Oakley, so, you know, high fashion, whatever. I think it was like 60 euros bought by all the subscribers. Do you like it? Or does it low-key suck? You know, we're pairing it with this high-rise. It's very cyberpunk. It's very, I don't know. I don't like it. You guys like it, really? You like it? Lepotan, ma ti si mi lepotan. Do you like Gesaffelstein? He is very good. Yes, I like Gesaffelstein a lot. Bro, new Bulgarian meta drop. What happened in Bulgaria? I think you can pull it down tighter towards the neck. No, I mean, you see, it doesn't. I thought that was the case, but you see it finishes here. See, so I can pull it here, but when I pull it here, it's connected to this part. So it pulls this back, which then pulls my hair and feels very uncomfortable. And if I pull it up, it allows me to pull this down further. But it doesn't have a strong elastic here, you see? So it ends up looking like a condom or some shit. I mean, I always look like a condom. Vote in chat. You like it 1? It's mid 2. You like it a lot 3. Everybody in chat. 1, I like it a lot. 2, it's mid. 3, I fucking hate it. No, okay, 1, 3. I expected more 3s because I'm kind of a 3 right now. What's with the light? Everything. So close to rage quitting. Apologies for being late. I was struggling with the internet for around 45 minutes. That was absurd. Everybody is mostly 1s and 2s. So mid and good. Pizza famine 2, 3. Pizza famine? I thought Pizza famine would like it. It looks cozy. I mean, it is very snug. Is that your kitchen? My kitchen? The fuck is he talking about? I don't like synthetics. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's Oakley. It's weird. Oh, the bottles. No. Oh, somebody's fucking poor. Jesus Christ. You never had that corner of alcohol? My God, man. Or very boring. What's that? What's a kitchen? Imagine having kitchen. It's tactical. And then with this, yeah. But it's the opposite of tactical. You run in this for 10 minutes and chaos would ensue. Why am I overexposed now? No, don't track. Like that. Okay. Christ. So the internet didn't want to work. I had to send fucking wedding invitations all day because you can't imagine how much of a pain in the fucking dick that is. Especially because they're digital. So you got to make sure you're sending the right link to everyone because it starts with their first and their last name. Then I had to go and pay an absurd amount of money for Casco, for my car insurance that went up for some reason. Inflation. Then I come home, I'm like, finally I'm gonna fucking stream. I get this mask, I put it on, it's squeezing me like I'm a circumcised dick in a condom that's intended for uncircumcised dick. And I start the stream and the internet isn't working. So fucking phenomenal. Thank you, Deuce, for being the first motherfucking G that paid their taxes today. Thank you, My Abomination. And thank you very much, Deuce, as well, for continuing your sub. Deuce got a dick bigger than my fucking head. Deuce's dick so big, it would not fit in this mask. That was me trying to compliment him for being a taxpayer. Wait, that makes no sense. Juro, shush. We are continuing our circumcision jokes. Catherine, I don't know if you have a dick, Catherine, but metaphorically you have a huge dick for paying your taxes. Thank you very much. Triple XL metaphoric cock on Catherine right here, okay? I don't, but thank you, friend. Hype train started. That's nice. Oakley mask poll ended. Wait, what are the results of the poll? Why can't I see it? Mid. Everybody's saying mid. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It is mid. That's fair. It is mid. 60 euros. I mean, you bought it for me, so I am waiting for another one. I'm waiting for this. Wait, I'm waiting for this. Supreme mask zip. This one's going to be so weird. Where the fuck is it? Come on, Google. Please do your job. No, not the full thing. This one's going to be so strange. I'm getting this one, but white. We're gonna KKK Max in this bitch. This one, but white. So it's got the zipper in the middle. I am pretty sure I will hate that. But I'm trying out new shit. I don't know. So it's going to be white with a zipper in the middle. And it doesn't have the Supreme bullshit on top. And it's a different material. Wait. Basically, it's a completely different mask. I love how I'm showing chat. Yo, I'm buying... and I'm not even showing chat. Phenomenal. So it's like this one, but white with a zipper in the middle. I love how I'm showing you a mask. And I'm like, I'm going to buy a mask that does not look at all like this. Here's a photo. Classic Yugopnik moment, okay? Because I can't find it online. It's if I whip out my Gmail, it's gonna get me fucking doxxed as fuck. Even though I'm pretty doxxed already. No, absolutely not. That sucks. Gonna be chewing on that zipper. I prefer the one you're wearing, man. Dude, I have a lot of masks, dude. I have a lot of masks. I'm trying them all on, you know? Everyone wants to wear masks as high fashion, but they can't because you would look insane if you wore them outside. But I am on Twitch, so everything is allowed on Twitch. Everything that would be insane in the grass world is less insane here. It's still pretty insane. Like I'm a guy that just streams with a mask. But at least, you know, if I treat it kind of like fashion, I kind of normalize it, which then makes me look a little bit less weird. Does that make sense? Zipper chewing is a feature, not a bug. Bro, get one of these. Let me guess. I'm not even clicking it. Let me guess. It's going to be a sex mask. Is it a sex mask? Oh, basically a sex mask. A cultural appropriation sex mask, okay? You can't tell me that there's two types of people that use this. People that do wrestling and people that have sex in it, okay? There's no third kind. I'm sorry, Latinos in chat, okay? You're either a wrestler or you're very kinky. There's no third guy. No third type of guy wears a fucking wrestling mask. Aztec wrestling mask. To be honest, it's why I found your stream. I said socialist in a balaclava. And I showed up. That's fucking crazy. I'm just going to a luchador event. Man, I would pay money to go to a luchador event. It sounds fucking ace, man. Anyways, welcome in, chat. It is Thursday, the 5th of March. I am late because the CIA sabotaged me internet-wise. We're already starting with a con train, also known as a hype train. Make it go true, motherfucking true. We got a new mask. Thank you very much, chat, for purchasing this mask, Kururu, for me, Ruru. It is 1832. If anybody has died since the last stream, please tell me in chat. Because as we all know, whether you are in hell or in heaven, in both places, you definitely have access to Yugopnik Twitch. And you see, there's another... yeah, this mask is bad. Like, look at what I sound like when I'm talking through the mask. It's getting, vibrations. And look at what I sound like without the mask. What I sound like with the mask. What I sound like without the mask. Like, my voice also sounds weird. Cuphead is saying that you're getting 10 minutes of emote only if this train dies. Well, rest in peace, chat. Thank you for the train, guys. Okay, so news coverage. The latest updates are the following. The Tehran Times, THAAD and Patriots being used in very high numbers. Over 150 THAAD interceptors fired by U.S. so far, a significant portion of available inventory. Estimates are Iran has thousands of missiles. More concern for the U.S. and Israel is the potential to run out of interceptors. Israel is prioritizing Iranian TEL launchers and production facilities. Iran is using high-volume first-punch attacks. From Press TV, we have U.S.-Israel attack on Tehran hospital targeted newborns, destroyed IVF center. Abu Ala al-Wali, Secretary General of the Sayyid al-Shuhada Brigades in the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, released the message on Wednesday, which included, Trump and Netanyahu have seized your democracy, taken your taxes, and sent your sons into hell after convincing you that an imminent threat was looming over you. You should take action as soon as possible to reclaim your country and prevent the bloodshed of your sons. Trump and his administration are lying to you. That's the quote. IRCS says 105 civilian facilities by now have been hit. 21 hospitals have been damaged in U.S.-Israeli aggression. IRGC strike targets U.S. oil tanker in Persian Gulf. Iran says no missile fired from Iran into Turkey. The latest news is that the Azerbaijanis are saying that they were hit by... Jesus, I hate this mess. Azerbaijanis are saying that they have... also been hit by Iran. Iran has said we have nothing to do with that. The Israelis are running false flag operations in order to quote unquote divide the Muslim world. Next, Al Jazeera's quick update. TZE says missiles fired by Iran towards occupied Palestine, that they work to intercept it. TZE continued escalating attacks against Lebanon. 1,230 dead in Iran as of the beginning of the stream. At least 11 in occupied Palestine, 6 U.S. terrorists and 6 U.S. soldiers and are dead and 9 killed in the Gulf states. U.S. Senator broke a Marine's arm, throwing him out of the chamber for protesting the war in Iran as well. That is the slight review of events. Tell me if you like that. The producer usually prepares that for me before the start of the stream, but reading it out is not a bad little recap for you guys as well. DZ is a Zionist entity. Oil prices are going up. Yeah, crypto went up, went a little bit down. Iran also said that the drone attack on Saudi Aramco refinery early this week was done by Israel. Very interesting. Very interesting. I continue being correct in my original analysis of the situation, which is very, very simple. The Americans want regime change. They want a relatively stabilized coup in Iran, which would allow them to extract the maximum amount of resources. The Israelis long-term, I've been saying this since like 2 years ago, so this is not related directly to this particular case, but the Israelis themselves believe and have always believed that in order to ensure a long-term stability for the Zionist entity, they must destabilize the entire region, not only Iran. No bordering country with Israel or one that does not pledge allegiance to them will be allowed to exist in any significant civilized form. All must be turned into chaos and all must be engulfed in eternal fire, because they know that long term they will always have skirmishes, fights, and all-out wars with their neighbors, because, well, nobody wants to... Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What the fuck? Nobody wants to tolerate an apartheid state that oppresses the same ethnicity as you right across the border. There have also been multiple unconfirmed reports of U.S. F-15 being down last night in southwestern Iran. Man, the Kuwaitis are really working overtime, eh? Bless you. Thank you. It was a cough, but thank you. Dobro li si, ma nešto nisam, jebem u mater. Ceo dan mi je nešto, like, this has been a shit day, man. This has just been a shit day. Sorry, chat. I don't want to impact your mood, even, and I don't want to complain. Well, people are dying, but hey, I'm going to go change this mask. I'll leave you with the news. Let's start covering it.
Yes, they're live. I understand, in addition to all the European countries who appear to be offering support, at least to the Gulf allies there, we now hear Spain is sending a ship to Cyprus.
Yes, this will be Spain's most advanced frigate, which is heading towards the eastern Mediterranean, just off the coast of Cyprus, to bolster those air defenses and naval defenses. And it has come in the long line of European countries, including, as you heard from Natasha there, France, as well as Italy, who've indicated that they're going to be sending their ships in order to help their allies in the region, protect their assets, as well as provide more defenses to their soldiers who are stationed in the Middle East. In the case of France, it is also a statement that because France has been the only country in the European Union taking a very strong line against what it calls illegal US and Israeli attacks against Iran. It has also criticized Iran for its responses in the aftermath, calling them illegal as well, but saying that it can take a principled position against what it sees as an illegality, but also send its military forces to defend its people and allies in the region.
I understand that European Union foreign ministers have been talking to members of the Gulf Cooperation Council. Do we know what came out of that meeting?
Yes, there's been much deliberation about what should be the European Union's response, and it appears that now...
Jesus, I'm a new human being, man. You can breathe in this thing, dude. Whoever makes Supreme will not be arrested, and they will be integrated in the party post-revolution, because this shit is, woo. This is, okay, we are nationalizing Supreme, and we are making it like mass scale to make masks for the socialist militias, dude. Of course, we're arresting the CEOs. I'm talking about the employees and the actual designers. This is, and aesthetically as well. And the sound's better, right? Like, I actually, like, it's, air can move through. Fucking Oakley, my ass, dude. Oh, I'm back. Apologies, gentlemen, ladies, and enemies. Jesus Christ. Completely different. Let's get another vote in. One, but now I still got dust in me. One, we like this one. Two, we prefer the Oakley mask. Three, I don't give a fuck. One, we prefer this one. Two, the Oakley mask. Three, Idgaf. Of course, it's going to be constant right 3, I'm pretty sure. Literally only ones. There's not a single 2. And Chilovina's a cunt, of course. Teba Beba is a dick. All the Balkans are dicks. RCS is a 3, of course. I love my 3s. I got 3 in my name. It's an obligation. That's fair. Oh, Jesus. This mask is so much better, man. This mask is so much better. So much better.
It's very important that the troops have a strong understanding of why they're there. And thanks for having me this morning. You know, when it comes to the Iraq conflict, the Bush administration spent a year making a case for why it's important for us to invade Iraq. In this case, what they've done is simply decided one day to start this bombing campaign alongside Israel, made no case to the American people, made no case to the troops, and the support for this conflict is falling. What little support there was is falling rapidly right now.
I see that you served in Iraq, and I think it was 2009 to 2010. You traveled from Mosul to Baghdad. Of course, with hindsight, we now understand that the Bush administration's motivations for moving into Iraq at that point were based on a false premise. What does that tell you about what we're seeing in Iran at the moment? How concerned are you?
It tells me that they realize that creating a false premise potentially has drawbacks, while just being open and honest imperialist does not. The conversation is more complex this time, though, because it is not a battle between, are we doing this for American empire, that to an extent I genuinely trust that most MAGA people and at least half of the Democratic establishment voters would support, the taboo in why the Americans are going into this war, why they started this war, is when it comes to Israel and its relation to this particular conflict, this particular unprovoked attack, okay? And the main thing that most people that are agitating against this war should use when talking to classic and typical American chuds is reminding them of that exact case. A case that can be made very, very easily because Trump himself, the stupid motherfucker, says it. Fucking says it out in the open. We have to protect Israel. Okay. I must circumcise myself. We have to bomb Iran. I am circumcised, therefore I follow the rules of Tel Aviv. But no joke. Like, he said it out in the open, even though he is like main smart guy. The circumcised Gusano also previously said no, it was a defense against the Iranian defense against an Israeli strike, which of course is like too many snakes eating its own ass in a loop for anybody to comprehend, okay?
That we could be getting into a similar situation.
Even the bombs, they are circumcised.
I'm very concerned that we're getting into a very similar situation right now. And, you know, again, the idea that Iran was an imminent threat to the United States is wrong. Like, they had no intention. The idea that Iran's nuclear program was a threat to anyone when they claimed we just destroyed it during Operation Midnight Hammer a few months ago.
Am I correct in my previous comments about how every day Hormuz is closed, the Iranian state is winning? Yes, you're 100% correct. But also Iran is losing a lot of fucking money by keeping it closed, okay? So this is a game of chicken. Long term, who will capitulate? Will Vietnam style, the American people call for a stop on this aggression? And will the American state have to capitulate to their demands before Iran itself capitulates? That is a long-term game, okay? Everybody's going all in. They're hurting each other in whatever way they can. The Americans are mass murdering children, blowing up hospitals, murdering political figures, and yes, okay, targeting, I guess, legitimate military targets. The Iranians are targeting legitimate military targets, scaring the living shit out of Tel Aviv, bombing the shit out of it as well, and hitting the Western capitalists where it hurts the most, and that is the economy. They are circumcising the economy. The economy is now circumcised. No oil for the lubrication of the circumcised economy. So I don't know why I did that bit. I apologize to everyone in chat. So it's basically a fight between when will the Iranian military and state capitulate versus when will the cost of treats for Westerners be so high that they will want this war to stop. That is the game of privilege. On one side, bombs raging from the skies, your child headless in your arms as you're covered in the blood of your grandmother. And on the other side, annoyed Americans because prices are very high for treat number 785. That's it. Yeah, no joke. That's Empire versus the rest. Empire stops wars because, oh my God, it's a little bit more uncomfortable, man, when I drive my pickup truck. It costs a little bit more to drive my pickup truck. While other countries capitulate literally to the last human. Triatlerites are circumcised. Cenk Pecker. Thank you. Speaking of peckers, thank you, Czech.
Rain strike could not be confirmed for several hours. Until this.
Prices have not gone up here, still waiting. Shelf goes literally. I will consider not murdering your children, attacking your sovereignty and starting yet another war. before the prices go up. For now, I truly, maybe, in the grander balance of things, you dying is still acceptable. But let's shake on this, kind little Oriental plebeian. If prices go up by 6%, I might consider not murdering you and your children. Does that sound like a deal? I think it is pretty fair, my friend. Unironic relationship between why people closer to the center of empire want wars to stop versus people in the periphery of empire wanting wars to stop. One is masturbation, death, blood, guts, fucking blood in your stool because you haven't eaten for so much or because the water is so infested. And the other guys are like, man, my F-150 Raptor, I can't drive it nonstop, brother. That is why we hate imperialism. That is why we hate unipolarity. That imbalance is unnatural. It motivates irrational anti-human behavior. If there's any U.S. service members that are in here and having doubts about their service, there's an easy way to guarantee your way to heaven. Please look up Vietnam fragging to learn more. My God, Jesus, I don't know what that means. I denounce. I think who wins comes down to whether we think nukes are in play right now, not even for any good reason, but because Trump might think it would make his dick look big because he had bad morning, and it's all that would make him feel better. I mean, yes, that's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is unironic World War III stream, Mask off. No, the nuclear apocalypse would be good for my career because then every streamer would have to wear a mask. So only hot takes quality of hot takes would matter. So I would win because my hot takes are the highest quality. Anyways, 30th minute has been reached. If you want to support the show, if you want to gamba, if you want to be an investor from the grounds up, if you want to invest in new, better masks for Yugopnik, who you just saw, bought an Oakley one and almost died. If you want to be ethical, and by ethical I mean be a goddamn taxpayer and not a moocher on the socialist economy that we call Yugopnik chat, please do consider subscribing or gifting to fellow chatters. Let's make chat go motherfucking purple. Wow, we were very good. We are hitting really good numbers. Let's start pushing that shit and bringing the show to the mainstream because I think it deserves to go there. Not only because I am good, but because this is the best fucking community on this platform. Thank you, SCA, for paying forward. The best thing any chatter can do is continue a sub or pay forward a sub. Thank you very much. Space Pope. I love the Pope, especially when he's in space. The Pope isn't circumcised. Thank you, Space Pope. That's a great name. Or she or they, absolutely. You should have an accountant on so he can give people tips on reporting less taxes to the U.S. and give it to socialist tax. Yes, I have an accountant, and they're very good with me paying the right amount of tax. But when it comes to you guys, yes, maybe I should get my accountant to the show. That's a great idea. Yeah, it's a she. I should get my accountant to the show, and she should give you tips on how to avoid taxes in the United States so you can have more money to give me. That's fucking brilliant. That is brilliant. That is 10 out of 10. Look, as I'm saying, I'm being like a light is shining down upon me from the heavens. Okay, as we all know, there's no taxes in communism. Okay, long term, communists believe in taxes less than libertarians. So but while in capitalism, we have to pay our taxes, our fair share, especially on Twitch chats. Especially because the money is going to blow up kids. Yes, it's a major contradiction of American taxes payment. I agree completely. Anya Konda paying her fucking taxes as always. Thank you, Anya, very much. My water is breaking. Oh my God, 9 months. Oh no, I am having a child with Lucifer. Anya Konda, I think Do I owe? I do owe Anaconda spins. Cuphead, remind me how many spins I owe Anaconda. I think I owe Anaconda spins. I think I do.
In fact, yesterday in the
And do not forget.
Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there.
Thank you very much, Anaconda, as always. And chatter, say thank you to Anaconda. Anaconda, I don't think so. Our RXC, Crisco, and Pizza Famine have been really carrying with the oil last month.
An American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters.
And mods, please pay attention to Fed posting. Thank you very kindly.
Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo.
The frigate and 2 other Iranian ships were returning from the International Fleet Review 2026, a multinational naval gathering attended by 54 countries in Visakhapatnam in India. The United States says this is the first sinking of an enemy ship by torpedo since World War II. Back at the hospital in Gaul, the arrival of more than 80 bodies recovered from the water. Nearby facilities were cleared to accommodate the dead. Iran's ambassador to Sri Lanka told Al Jazeera the remains of the sailors will be repatriated. The grim task of dealing with the dead. But for many of those involved in this incident, lots of questions remain to be answered. Mina Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Gaul, southern Sri Lanka.
Air travel across the Middle East has been significantly impacted by the escalating conflict. Repatriation flights have begun to...
We must secure the safety of Dubai for our friends in Europe. 50% of the European economy is going to Dubai and being shat in the mouth by Emiratis. We must protect our Emirati friends. 50% of what they do every day is shit in people's mouths. This is very unsustainable. We must save both Europe and the UAE. They depend on each other far too much. Why am I doing the... yeah, brother. Back in America, we don't shit in no mouths. God damn it. The U.S. was supposed to go to the same naval exercise, but pulled out last minute. They planned the ambush. Yeah, they explain it to themselves like, okay, the Iranians are gloves off. They're hitting everything in surrounding states that has anything to do with the United States of America, so we get to hit anything that has to do with Iran anywhere else. That's the stage of the war that we've been brought to, right? But I'm pretty sure the Americans would still do it even if the Americans did not. Yes, Anya has a spin for 20. Anya, I will give you the free spins.
To
I
arrive
promise.
in Israel where missile warnings are frequent.
Iranian ship was also unarmed in order to attend. Yes, it's a very dishonorable thing to do. I'm not giving them any excuses. I'm just saying that's the stage of the war we're at. There's no fucking rules. There's never been fucking rules. Who the fuck do you think we are? You only have to follow. The only time you have to follow rules of engagement in a war is it's like a very niche moment, is if you're like 2 countries or 3 countries or 4 countries fighting each other, and the United States has no particular interest in any of you necessarily winning or losing. Sure, they have their favorites. They're gaming everyone against one another, and they're kind of paying attention to who does war crimes, because that's how they're going to be like, okay, those guys are the bad ones, because it's easier for us to pitch them as the baddies and pitch the other group as enlightened and stuff, very, very, very specific moments. And I'm talking. This is like wars in which the Americans are not directly participating in. Any war that the Americans are directly participating in, of course, the other guys doing war crimes, and we're just we are hugging the cats and the dogs. We are circumcising them. Are you even circumcised, bro? That is racist. Everyone will be circumcised.
Don't have enough to eat. Over 800,000 children are malnourished and families are struggling to feed themselves. Catherine Soy reports from Turkana in northern Kenya.
Every time there's a drought in Turkana, families turn to wild fruits and berries.
Why would a tactical nuke deployed in Tehran result in global nuclear conflict and not immediate collapse of American hegemony? Depends. Both can happen if if competing states to the United States decide that it's time for nuclear Armageddon, and if they react really quickly, we have nuclear Armageddon. If they slow the fuck down, things can potentially work out in our favor because everybody would turn against the Americans to an extent that we've never seen before. At least I have to believe that, right? I literally have to believe that.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. The United States Senate rejected a resolution Wednesday that would have directed the removal of U.S. armed forces from hostilities with Iran, as Iran's government said the death toll from joint U.S.-Israeli attacks passed 1,200. 52 Republicans were joined by Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman on a procedural vote opposing the War Powers Resolution. This is Mississippi Republican Senator Roger Wicker.
I'll vote no on the pending resolution.
Europe would never go against America even if they nuke them. Except España, cerveza, cerveza.
President Trump.
To the extent I am inclined to agree. Of course, I don't agree, but maybe. Like there is a 30% chance that yes, there is. That's how cocked Europe is. There's an unironic 30% chance that even if the Americans nuke them, they're going to be like, oh, thank you, Mr. President, for only nuking one part of our country that was incredibly strategic. Yeah, that was very strategic, Mr. Trump. Thank you for not nuking Berlin, but only the Frankfurt. Yeah. They're tactical. Yeah.
Decided to attack Iran. That decision was profound, deliberate, and correct.
44 Democrats and 2 independents voted to advance the War Powers Resolution, joined by Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul. That fell short of the 51 votes needed to pass. Georgia Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock.
Because this vote failed, Democrats are going to repeat the 2003 oppose the war but fund the war to support the troops. So remember that. Absolutely, my friend. The classic Democrat thing is a war is not bad. The way you are doing war is bad. We would do war in more ethical and more based and more efficient ways, okay? And we would also do our part in consent manufacturing on why we're doing the war, you know? That's kind of the ideological battlefield that exists between the center-right and far-right parties of the United States. It is, one is little sissy bitch boy, not even circumcised, that like lies to you about why they need to start a war. And the other one is base Chad, very circumcised, that tells you like we're going to war because we can and fuck our enemies and we will fuck them up. But of course they do that only after, they only do that at woke war. We don't do woke wars. We're Department of War. But they only do that after they promise you that they'll definitely never do it.
Knox spoke ahead of Wednesday's vote.
The declaration of war is not a power that the President of the United States has. The Constitution makes it clear the declaration of war is the authority and the
Cheers, chat, to your health. Anybody drinking with me today? We are continuing. I didn't finish it yesterday. There's quite a bit left. We're finishing this dunya. This apricot or whatever, arakia. Živeli, motherfuckers, živeli. Bog s nami. Ajde.
Responsibility of Congress.
Meanwhile, Politico reports some Democrats are not ruling out voting in favor of a multi-billion
open a bottle of vodka. Hell yeah, sister.
$1 infusion of new funding to the Pentagon. The White House's report.
They literally pulled the Family Guy. Whoever is against war is motherfucking gay. Yes.
Reportedly.
We are being against war is gay.
Considering
Aprikot je kaj si, pa nikaj pa on dao koj kurac tebra, Dunja, English, koj kurac. It's quince? Has a single one of you ever seen quince? I don't think you've ever seen quince. Well, when you eat this, it kind of tastes like shit. But when you squeeze a lot of it, and I mean a lot of it, it's very expensive to make real quince rakia. It's usually fake. Like, this is fake shit. Like, real quince rakia needs to cost like single malt whiskey. Because as you can see, this shit is dry as hell. So you need a lot of these guys in order to make, a ton, or like at least half a ton of rakia. So it's going to cost a lot. But it tastes like heaven. This is the most like... for some reason, this thing creates a particular taste and aroma that 100% of everyone likes it. There's no human being that tries a drink made from quince and doesn't go like, okay, yeah, that's pretty nice. That looks like an apple if it was also somehow an alcoholic. What's up, and motherfucker, go fuck yourself. But that's kind of fair. Looks like a pear. Yeah, it's not a pear. Any Romanians in chat? Is that gutui? I have no idea, my friend. The fuck is a quince, right? I know, right? A quince is an alcoholic pear, according to a Toasty. It's the sole member of the Sidonia and the Malini Subaraturi of the Rosanuru family. It's the Burababara Katoru Tuturu. They are eaten raw or pressed into jam, quince cheese, or alcoholic drinks. I am a quince. You guys aren't queens, you're quinces. Because when I squeeze you real hard, you get me drunk.
Asking Congress for $50 billion in new funding, on top of $990 billion in military funding already approved by Congress in recent months. Sri Lanka's Navy says it's rescued 32 Iranian sailors and brought them to a hospital for treatment after an Iranian warship was torpedoed by a U.S. submarine in the Indian Ocean.
Honor does not exist anymore. Zero. Circumcised one, honor zero.
Lankan officials said they'd recovered 87 bodies from the ship's wreckage after it was struck without warning in international waters near Sri Lanka's coast. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth celebrated the attack on Wednesday.
An American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo.
Secretary Hegseth added, the U.S. and Israel are in the process of crushing Iran's government, quote, without mercy. Iran's foreign ministry says U.S. and Israeli attacks have struck 33 civilian sites across Iran, including hospitals, schools, residential areas, and historic sites. Earlier today, airstrikes destroyed Tehran's Zadi Stadium.
Even the literal Nazis during World War II rescued the survivors of ships their U-boat sank. It was considered a matter of basic honor. There you go. I didn't even read this. My immediate reaction was also, holy mother of honor. Holy mother of lack of honor. Pete Hegseth said this was the first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II. Oh my God, too long, can't read.
Which has
honor. Who is she? I don't know her. Is she circumcised? America, every time somebody mentions not committing a war crime.
Wants to emerge out of this. He's talked, for example, about the Iranian people rising up and taking over institutions. But at any rate, we've heard in the last hour or so this interesting line that he wants.
What do we want from this war, and will the price of treats go up? Yes, yes.
To be personally involved in choosing whoever does become Iran's next leader. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? And the comparison with Venezuela, too, I thought was interesting. The idea that he's made the comparison with Delcy Rodriguez, the interim president there, who took over after her predecessor, Nicolas Maduro, was removed from power. Now, what's the advantage of Delcy Rodriguez to the Trump administration? She's made herself sort of willing for Washington to basically take control of the country's oil reserves and shown herself sort of disposed to turning the page on the military action that took place on Venezuelan soil. Quite clearly, that model appeals to Donald Trump to be replicated in Tehran. Will it be as easy or as seemingly...
Man, mother of basic hot takes. Yes, Donald Trump wants this to be a quick win, a quick war, a quick tap on both his own back and the military industrials back. And the Israelis, in contrast, just want to fucking completely destabilize Iran, have Iran get sucked up by a fucking black hole and never reappear. They want constant balkanization, tribal warfare, chaos, and death. And the Americans and the Israelis are trying to figure out some slight middle ground. The Israelis are, as always, outplaying the American executive body by not communicating to them fully about what specific operations they are undertaking, which are not directly sabotaging the American war effort, but are sabotaging the results that the American war effort would like to see. Okay? This is an eternal back and forth between two imperial states that are very much so close allies, basically two sides of the same coin, but nonetheless two sides of a coin. One wants a more radical solution to what it considers its long-term prospects of survivability. The other one does not. What are the long-term prospects of survivability for Israel? As I've said 10,000 motherfucking times, a fascist apartheid state cannot survive unless the people they are doing apartheid against are literally exterminated or brought to such a number that they can no longer exist, and that states, cultures, nations, peoples, classes, whatever, resistance groups, insurrections that consider the destruction of the apartheid system and, more importantly, the liberation of the people that are being suppressed in the colonial apparatus, all of those need to stop existing. What is a historical case in which that has worked? I bring to you the United States of America. Okay, one of the rare, fully successful, to an extent, unfortunately, pre-fascist, fascist states that did colonialism and succeeded in doing colonialism basically by completely exterminating the enemy. I'm not saying that native peoples of the North American continent don't fucking exist. Of course they do. But that's what you have to do if you want to stabilize your colonial project. So TLDR, Israel very rightfully understands, because that is the correct analysis of a colonial project, that it must destabilize everybody in their environment, basically render those places inhospitable, which would allow it to finish the main job that it needs to do, which is kill every single Palestinian, or at least lower them to a number where, you know, it's irrelevant what they think. Not fully successful natives are still here. Yeah. I think you heard what I was trying to say. Forgot about Canada, Australia, etc. Yes, yeah. But they were successful because the American project managed to set the precedent for them.
Easy as it was to doing.
That was unironically what inspired Adolf Hitler. He just wanted the reason that he terrified the whites is because he wanted to do colonial logic on the European continent and in the and against states that are relatively industrialized, so that they can wage actual, for that time, modern war against the colonial project. Lebensraum was a colonial project. But we were like, oh my God, you can't do that. Not to our people. Not the ones that look like us. Thank you, Chillo. Thank you for the 26 months. Chillo's been here like from the fucking beginning. Very chill off him.
Trying to urge the Israeli military not to attack
those areas of Beirut. But I think what is happening here is that for a very long time, for months, we had been talking about the possibility of an escalation of the Israeli campaign against Hezbollah. There was a ceasefire in Lebanon. Israel had continued to carry out attacks, accusing Hezbollah of trying to rebuild its military capabilities. So here, I think the situation is that the Israelis are dealing with their unfinished business in Lebanon, if you like. And I think what we're hearing from Israeli officials is an indication that this is likely to be a prolonged conflict in Lebanon.
Okay, Hugo, thank you very much. Hugo Bashega in Tel Aviv for us. Well, let's go now to the Turkey-Iran border, where our correspondent James Waterhouse has been speaking to people leaving the country for safety. Some of the voices in this piece.
We have reached the first hour. I call upon chat in this grift session to turn me into Tel Aviv. What do I mean by this? I want you to rock, cock, and load massive payloads of subscriptions and fucking throw them in my mouth. Spit it in my mouth and call me Sally. 5, 10s, 20s individual subscriptions. I want to be turned into Swiss cheese. I want to be Tel Aviv'd. Okay? I want you to do with subscriptions to me what Iran does to Tel Aviv with missiles. Okay? Turn me into Swiss cheese now. Swiss cheese now. And in return, you get so much shit. A tactic. Oh, da, 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 da. 5. I don't think so. Da, 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 da. Oh, no. Da, 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 da. I'm getting circumcised. Da, 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 da. Thank you very much. I'm getting Tel Aviv. No, brother. Don't get Tel Aviv, brother. No. No, brother, no. Oh, my God. I'm losing my dick. Like fucking Scarface. I want you to do this to me, chat. I don't think so. Thank you very much. A tactic. Thank you very much. Okay? Tony Montana getting shot for 10 hours. Is there a version of this? Do this to me, chat! Come on!
I think you fucking bullet! Go ahead, take your fucking bullet! You think I'm telling me what better? Go ahead, your fucking bullet! Go ahead!
What an incredible film. Low-key, like, pro-left film. No, you don't want to Tel Aviv the shit out of me. You don't want to Tel Aviv me. No Tel Aviving of Yugopnik. Okay. No, you don't want to Tel Aviv the shit out of me. Only 2 people wanted to fill my holes. No, to make new holes. Jesus, Hugo, shut the fuck up. Shut up, man. Goddamn, English is very Englishing today.
It's the UK. This is BBC News.
The fuck? Oh no, the Israelis have killed him. Just for real, like BBC News just fucking botted the fuck out. Pink Cake, you just did that to me. Look at what you just did to me, Pink Cake. Ah! Single sub, there you go. This is so old. It's very funny, but it's so old. So old. I want new things.
If they are
Jesus, how loud are you?
not doing anything to stop you from doing what you are doing, you are probably not doing anything worth fucking doing in regards to resistance, right? If the government or the people in power are not actively trying to quell the flames of your resistance, you are probably not in a resistance. Right? If you are resisting in ways in which you are allowed to resist, at places and times you are allowed to resist at, you're not resisting, unless it is a threat of something greater to come, right? If you say, I'm going to yell at you, And then next week I'm going to yell at you again, to the billionaires, right? To the oligarchs, to whoever, right? You say, I'm going to yell at you. And then next week we're going to come back, we're going to yell at you with signs. And then next week we're going to yell at you with bigger signs and louder. And we're going to yell, I'm going to yell, I'm going to yell. But then eventually we're never going to do any violence because we're against that morally. And we're not going to do any economic violence because it's kind of inconvenient and hard to organize. So really we're just going to yell at you forever. That's not scary to billionaires. They will go, great. That's awesome. That's
there
awesome.
You go. A great example of that is that the original Scarface script by Oliver Stone was about how the CIA directly supplied the powder to Tony Montana, and it had to be rewritten. So you know you're writing a good script when the CIA hits you up and is like, we want this goddamn Latino gangster to just be gangster for no reason. It is in their blood. The Latinos, they shake their butts and they sell cocaine. Okay. What's this?
You beat.
Oh my god, I beat.
Hold on a second.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on.
Oh.
I gotta scan you, boo.
No, I literally just want to be helpful. Okay? I just want to be helpful.
You can't just come through here with all that.
If there's metal on me, let's find it. Absolutely. Okay.
I gotta scan that. I gotta check that.
I'm just a small town boy. I just want to help, okay? I just want
Make
to
sure
help.
it's safe to come through this TSA gate.
What about this area? No? Maybe this area?
Oh my god, who gave them the area to record this video? They're lovely. What's this? My producer told me to give you some entertainment, so it's not only conversations about war, so I'm doing so while you subscribe to me.
The food you eat, is it inside your body?
Yeah, where else would it be?
Well, technically, like...
It's like
a straight pipe.
Well, not straight pipe.
Right.
So, like, we're kind of like a straw.
Yeah.
So hear me out.
Yeah.
So then if you were to take some...
Okay.
An oil tanker
Pause over. World War III.
was struck early on Thursday by the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps Navy, although it didn't identify the vessel, and we haven't yet been able to independently verify this. But what we can say...
Wait,
is
I got a berry link.
You know, I am very good with this game. I have an experience. I get bombed before. It's very sad to play a war game inside a war. Like, you know how you got bombed with that. You know, I am very good with this game. I have an You know what?
Oh, fucking G, man. Oh, always keep your sense of humor, mate. Always keep your sense of humor. Unironically, actually, yes. Like, actually, yes.
Eyes wide open, I can see right through you. Talking all that shit when I
Oh, sorry, I got fucking zoinked by the algorithm. Jesus Christ, dopamine receptors. What?
will probably hold back from making trips through high-risk areas until there's some evidence of a cessation or substantial reduction of hostilities. So what about US naval escorts to deal with that security issue? There was a US naval escort for tankers in the 1980s during the Iran-Iraq war called Operation Earnest Will. But experts consulted by Verify told us that the circumstances today are very different. First, because the US is directly involved in this conflict this time and currently using its ships to defend its own military assets. So there's a question about the availability of vessels for escorting tankers. Second, because the main challenge is not defence against the Iranian Navy, but against Iranian drones and small, fast boats, which it's possible were responsible for the hit on the tanker off.
And we are talking about 21st century human beings. 2026 human beings, to be exact. Not 1980s, not 1970s, not even 1990s human beings. Talking about human beings who will not take on a fucking job. We're even talking about corporations that are less likely to take on such a big risk, not because they care about the lives of their employees, but because they care about potentially losing entire tankers. We live in 2026. Not a lot of guys are going to risk working oil fields. Not a lot of guys are going to risk working tankers. Not a lot of guys are going to risk flying, driving, or sailing through places where there is a 0.1% chance of being hit by a drone or being hit by a missile or being hit by a fucking AK-47 round. Are you fucking insane? Are you insane? What What fucking insurance company is going to cover the insurance of you flying through a zone that Iran said, we will blow you up? Okay? Absolutely none. Or the insurance premium is going to be insanely through the roof. Okay, блядь? So, блядь, like, блядь, fucking блядь, for fuck's sakes. Like, of course it's going to impact prices, блядь, because nobody, блядь, wants to go through this shit, blядь. People in the 80s, blядь, would do this, blядь, because they had nothing to fucking live for, blядь. They didn't have access to TikTok, blядь. They did not have labubus, blядь. They did not have fucking Steam Decks, blядь. So, of course, I'm going to go in a ship through fucking AK-47 rounds, blядь. But I have a Steam Deck, blядь. I'm not risking my life, blядь. I have a Steam Deck, blядь. Okay? So that is my addition to this fucking plebeian analysis. They do not count for willingness of sailors, blядь, to fucking pičku materinu idu kroz ono sranje, jebemo mater.
In other words, my view of imminence is the troops have to be massed on the border. The attack is just about, the button is just about to be pushed. That's imminent. It has to be immediate. No other choice, no negotiation. And the thing that makes this has to be threat, but
is this auntie like fucking war-loving auntie? I love this shit. Let's go.
Been authorized by the U.
In the 80s, Cabbage Patch Kids were filling the role of boo-boo occupies. Okay, old man. That's fair.
UN itself. Well, with me now is Susan Bro. She's a professor of international law and a senior associate research fellow at the Institute of Advanced Legal Studies. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So in your view, is this action, this war, legal?
No, in my view, I'm afraid I don't think it's legal at all.
Okay, I apologize. Okay, auntie's fucking based as shit, dude. That's it.
Under the UN Charter...
I mean, I should have guessed. Like, look at the jewelry. Okay, people that love genocide do not wear jewelry like that. You know, like, don't judge a book by its cover. And I know that the right keeps like co-opting shit, but it's like young right-wingers that co-opt our aesthetic and shit. Okay, there are right-wing goths now. Okay, we have to deal with that. But like bluish, pinkish, or reddish, non-expensive stones on a chain or on earrings, like big green flag that this person like kind of cares about human rights to an extent.
As you just talked about.
No right-wing woman wears a necklace like that, absolutely. It's too oriental, too uncircumcised for her. It is very strange. Why would I wear that? I only wear expensive stones. I must flex 24/7. My existence is telling everyone around me that I have money almost as much as they do or more.
The only grounds would have been self-defense because there was obviously not an authorizing security at all. Under the UN Charter, as you just talked about, the only grounds would have been self-defense because there was obviously not an authorizing Security Council resolution. The concept of self-defense in customary international law is controversial. What does imminent risk mean? What does a threat mean? But in my view, there's no evidence being offered at all that Iran posed an imminent threat to either the United States or Israel.
Define imminent.
Well, this is the problem. Imminent is defined in an 1837 Caroline case, and it says leaving no choice of means. In other words, my view of imminence is the troops have to be massed on the border. The attack is just about, the button is just about to be pushed. That's imminent.
Oh my God, talk about missing context. This is where we enter the fucking stream of this relatively intelligent lawyer lady, right? Analyst, whatever she is. Like, we entered at this part, right?
In other words, my view of imminence is the troops have to be massed.
Like, we started, the troops have to amass at the border. So all of us were like, what the fuck, Adolf Hitler? Holy shit. Why is Auntie Adolf Hitler? But turns out she's kind of based.
Massed on the border. The attack is just about, the button is just about to be pushed. That's imminent. It has to be immediate. No other choice, no negotiation. And the thing that makes this even worse is that they were in the middle of negotiations. So in other words, they were negotiating.
And the U.S., though, says...
They were literally negotiating, dude. Like, they were literally negotiating. And we have evidence that they agreed on every point that the Americans wanted them to agree on.
That the Iranians were stringing them along.
Well, that might indeed have been the case, but we also heard the arbitrator say that they thought there was some significant progress being made. But in any event, there has to have been an absolute peril of an armed attack being launched.
There was peril against the Israelis. There was peril against Israel, okay. That's it. That's it. The American colony in the Middle East must be protected no matter what, even when the American colony in the Middle East is manipulating the core of empire itself sometimes.
Launched by Iran against either of those two nations.
Is that 1837, I think you said, law?
Yes, the Caroline case, yes.
Is that fit for purpose in 2026?
I still think it is. I think it was very pertinent then and it's very pertinent now. It is controversial. Self-defense, there are lawyers, by the way, international lawyers, who argue you shouldn't defend unless there's been an actual attack.
So I got laughed out of someone's chat for asking this, but I can ask which side this stream is leaning. On the side of... on the opposite side of starting unprovoked wars. It's a pretty easy fucking side to choose, bro. What? Obviously we're on the side of the CIA, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't share that view because in an age of ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons, if you know something's pointed at you and you can take it out, for sure you would do it if there was an imminent attack. But in this case, the U.S. hasn't even put forward that view. They haven't even said we have intelligence that in such and such an hour they were going to launch an attack. Unfortunately, since I'm saying this, they will probably find some intelligence, but there isn't any that has been used to justify this action. And they're not really even trying to do that.
Would it make a difference if the U.S. Senate approved this? We know that the U.S. Congress, I beg your pardon, the Senate yesterday decided to support President Trump.
Yes.
And the House of Representatives is discussing this kind of war powers resolution today and will vote on it later. And it's likely to go along party lines again, isn't it?
Yes.
Would it have made a difference from a legal perspective if Congress was giving its approval to the president?
Only if evidence had been put before Congress of this imminent threat.
Yes.
If there had been some...
Yes, you need evidence that would then, after being put in front of Congress, be put in front of the international community. Because legality of military intervention does not depend exclusively on whether the Congress or the parliament of a particular state inside of the state agrees that what they're doing is legal. Like... Yeah, mein Führer. Like, it's like, yeah, mein Führer. It is very legal for us to attack Czechoslovakia, mein Führer. Yeah. Okay, therefore this is legal. Yeah, the Reichsparlament, the Reichstag, yeah. The Reichstag votes that we should invade Poland. Therefore, this is now legal. Okay, no. Like, I love, and it's a British person asking. Like, it's a British journalist. It's not even an American asking this fucking insane question that this lovely lady's fucking baffled by. I can see that she is. Would it be legal if both sides of the Americans agree? Like, it's like the American Parliament is the true global government of the entire world. If they agree something is legal, it is legal. From yesterday, what is this, my friend? Yesterday was like such a good stream, dude. Yesterday was an incredible stream. And they can't even invent anything interesting. It's always fucking Jew, black, Jew, black. Like, dude, make it more interesting. Fucking foreskins and fucking aliens and fucking, it's just so boring. I agree. That's why I keep doing the foreskin bit. Like, we are inventing new right-wing conspiracies here. You know, new anti-Semitisms, new racisms, which, when we do it, is supposed to show just how absurdly, insanely, fucking degenerate and stupid bigotry based on ethnicity, religious category, culture, and so on really is. It's so boring, man. Let's talk about foreskin. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about foreskin. Da na 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 na. Ay, God damn it.
Evidence that's been put forward to either normally there's evidence put forward in a letter to the Security Council, for example.
And the right loves not stop thinking about people's genitalia. It's bound to catch up. It's not going to catch up. Like the whole they want to circumcise you will not catch up because the modern Western far right comes from the United States. And the modern Western far right is all fucking circumcised. So they will not like advocate for like liberating ourselves from the Jew who wants to circumcise us to mark us as their slave, as it says in the Torah. All slaves must also be circumcised. Why are Americans, who are mostly not Muslim or Jewish, circumcised? It is an allegory for slavery. Like the slave cannot like do this analysis because it would imply he is a slave. So it's crassy, you know? So it's not going to catch on. I'm just doing it as a bit. I'm not clicking on a link that says foreskin man, foreskin man.
You inform the Security Council. There has been an example in 1967. Some people cite with approval.
Can we call them half penises? Oh, God.
The Security Council, for example. You inform the Security Council. There has been an example in 1967. Some people cite with approval Israel's going against the Middle Eastern powers in 1967 because Egyptian tanks were literally massed on their border. But so it might have helped, but it doesn't influence international law.
Is international law under attack right now, under pressure?
Yes, it's under significant pressure. I don't think any international lawyer can deny.
It's a pretty good link, but I'm not opening a comic book in which the circumcision of a child is depicted.
Particularly the international law on the use of force, or the jus ad bellum, is significant. So it might have helped, but it doesn't influence international law.
Is international law under attack right now, under pressure?
Yes, it's under significant pressure. I don't think any international lawyer can deny, particularly the international law on the use of force, or the jus ad bellum, is under a particular attack. I viewed it, I said today...
Tell us what that Latin phrase means.
Yes, that's the lawfulness of resort to force, jus ad bellum. Jus in bello is international humanitarian law, the law in the war. But the lawfulness of resort to force is under attack. It has been 2003 Iraq, the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This isn't the first time. There's been a number of attacks on the collective security system, which is what I call it, the United Nations system. But this is fundamental. And I said today we're entering an age of anarchy.
Well, what about...
It's so sad that basically an international law lawyer, when asked about whether international law is in crisis, proceeds to list out the most important and most impactful wars of the last 25 years not being stopped by any, legal body as a crisis of international law. My dear friend, that does not depict a crisis that depicts international law as not a thing. It doesn't exist. It's like, do you think that the law is in crisis in this neighborhood? Yes, I do believe it is in crisis. For the last 10 years, murderers have been murdering, and almost nobody has arrested any murderer. It really is in crisis. No, that means that there's no fucking homicide law in the fucking neighborhood, bro. Ay, ay, ay. The delusional view of the world order is just being totally exposed? Not necessarily, my friend. I think you're being very harsh, okay? This is a person that has dedicated her life to trying to introduce law and regulation to how states treat each other. This is a noble pursuit. Naive, but nonetheless noble. So, leave the nice lady alone, for God's sake. Her life's work is crumbling. I mean, for 30 years now, so it's been crumbling from the get-go. International law is Santa Claus for adults, but I still appreciate people that dress up as Santa Claus and give gifts to kids. So international law might not necessarily be followed because we live in unipolarity, but hopefully in multipolarity it will be followed. And we do need proud, uncorrupted, legal professionals, judges and lawyers that are going to try and protect it when there is an actual legal body that will be able to prosecute and punish those who break said international law. So, not to be the centrist in the House, but, these guys, the guys breaking international law are our enemies. Not the guys that are trying to, say, yo, bro, stop breaking the law. You get what I mean? Like, no, international law is Israeli. It was promised to them 3,000 years ago. Did anybody check if this lady's circumcised? I'm not sure if she can have an opinion. Oh. Oh. Oof. Oh. Yeah. Anyways, we are reaching 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you appreciate dirtbag humor, want to invest in making this show better, want to make sure that we remain adless and sponsorless. Because imagine if I take on a sponsor. Do you think I will be able to make jokes like this? Do you think I would be able to bring you a non-sterilized, non-American show like this? I love my American colleagues on this platform, but you don't get this from them because they owe the world. Do you understand what I mean? They owe the world because they are Americans. I am literally on the center of the planet. Of course, very problematic ethnicity. I'm not saying it's not. But I low-key don't owe anybody shit. Like seriously. And my people kind of don't, right? Except to each other because we murdered each other like 30 years ago. So I can say what the fuck I want. And I don't have to depend on sponsors and I don't have to depend on ads. And the only way for this to continue is if you pay your fucking taxes or individually subscribe or increase the tier of your sub or pay forward a sub or continue it or whatever. So let's go. 0 Western taxpayers all day. 0 Western taxpayers. Western taxpayers, I can see a white boy that works in IT that has at least $70,000 saved. It is time for those 20 gift subs, baby. Okay? Or if you're a minority from the West and has a similar amount of money, 10 gift subs. Let's make this plane fucking run. Okay? Let's make this chopper go up. And let's make a truly uncensored communist show continue living the way it is on this motherfucking platform. Thank you, Trick the Rogue. There we go. But developing world chatter, not first world chatter. See, it's always like this. Fucking first world. Like I genuinely just don't think I even have fucking Western white boys in chat. I don't think I have. I have white boys, but from like fucking Poland and fucking Belarus and fucking Greece or some shit. No, I don't. I genuinely sometimes feel like I don't have Westerners. That's why they never pay their taxes. Developing world chatters, though, they always come in, drop their fives, I'm not white guy. Barry, you do not count, okay? You do not count. You do not count. I'm here. Western white boy here. Oh, my God. You disgust me. You disgust me. If you have not paid your taxes, you disgust me. I'm fucking kidding. I'm poor, bro. I have no hose. You might get some hose if, you flexed with that fucking subscription bling, Like, how is a host supposed to respect you if you're not even a subscriber? You hit up a person, you hit up a lady and she sees that like name, in chat, not having the subscriber badge next to it, and she's like, "What? I'm not talking to this motherfucker." You gotta fake it till you make it, dude. You gotta fake it till you make it. I love the allegory I just did. Very stupid. You get maidens when you pay your taxes. Exactly. Thank you, Trick the Rogue. Very much. I believe Trick the Rogue is native and paid taxes. And you motherfuckers hella quiet. I even lowered your level for Gamba.
This might versus right argument, because we have heard...
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not taking out a loan to give you gifties to get hoes. You're never going to get hoes, bro. Jesus Christ. You will be perpetually maidenless. Once I became a subscriber, I had 5 men, 5 women, and 10 non-binaries on my arms moments later. Absolutely. That's what happens the second you subscribe, right, subscribers? You're definitely not maidenless. I can guarantee you that most of my subscribers are not maidenless. What's this?
Human rights activists continued their 13-day protest tour in Charlottesville today. The bloodstained men are fighting against male circumcision and the trauma it leaves in men. They are known for their attention-grabbing aesthetic, which features an all-white outfit with a blood stain on their pants. Members of the group were out at the intersection of Emmett Street and North and Barracks Road today, marching around with signs with messaging supporting the cause.
We are here to educate and warn. It's a dual function. To warn the American people that circumcision is child abuse, it's male genital mutilation, it's not medicine, it's a punishment, and we're here to educate.
And it makes you into a slave. They're correct, and history will absolve them. Yes, it will. Yes, it absolutely will. To debate that is to genuinely think that children should not have any what's it called control over their bodies. Okay. Happy dating my girlfriend for 3 years now. Nice. 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 Thank you, Ani Nikki. Ani Nikki. Ani Nikki shooting those fucking subs at me like I was Tel Aviv last night. Oh! I'm a single issue voter, and that vote depends on foreskin. Imagine, there you go, the new right wing thing, but non-American right wing thing. When somebody drops a hot take, you're like, show me your dick. What the fuck, bro? What do you mean, show me your dick? Show me your dick. Ha! Circumcised. Opinion disregarded. This fucking Circum here. This dirty fucking Circum thinks he can fucking give opinions. But I'm Muslim, bro. Oh, sorry, bro. Come in here, bro. No. I'm kidding. No, a right-winger would equally hate a Muslim as much as a Jew. Probably even more would hate a Muslim than a Jew. But yeah.
Iranian people
dirty Circum.
Briefly saying that they actually want...
Thank you very much, Annie Nikki. Thank you very much.
...the regime in Iran
what
to be overthrown.
What is this? A circus? No circs allowed? Dirty circs.
Saying that they actually want the regime in Iran to be overthrown, that they want the... Well, what about this might versus right argument? Because we have heard Iranian people briefly saying that they actually want the regime in Iran.
Yeah, and there was a lot of Americans during January 6th that wanted the Biden regime overturned and to storm the Capitol like true freedom fighters. And Moscow should have immediately bombed, the Kremlin should have immediately bombed military installations of the United States of America, and Chinese troops should have deployed on the eastern seaboard. You know, there's a lot of people in America that would love the Dongfeng missiles to elevate them to sapiens, but we don't get to do that, right? That's the point of sovereignty, you fucking Britoid.
To be overthrown, that they want the opportunity to have a new system, a new way of life. So might versus right?
Yes, and to a certain extent, my former foreign minister, Chrystia Freeland, said that today. She was interviewed, and she said, I'm not crying over the death of the Ayatollah. None of us. There was a massive and problematic abuse of human rights that took place just the last few weeks. And had we had a functioning international system, we could have had a Security Council.
We are out of time, Professor Susan Broh. Thank you very much for joining us on BBC News.
We need to hurry. We need to kick this lady out before she started making sense, so that we can have 30 seconds worth of empty space in between two segments. Oh my God, I'm sensing Iranian. Where is Pandas? Pandas is my honorary Slav Persian. He does woke skull measuring immediately. He can guess an Iranian from 10,000 kilometers.
With me in the studio is Siavash Ardalan from the BBC Persian service. Hello to you.
Sorry.
Very difficult at the moment to get a picture of what is being hit in Iran because, of course, we have this internet communications blackout. But what are you able to glean?
From the statements coming out of Israel and the U.S., they've been targeting different military bases over
You can tell by the hair, yes. Also by the fucking Botox, bro. I don't know. Al Jazeera. Let's move to Al Jazeera.
And before the campaign really got serious, but it's still enough to create a nuisance, at least in the northern Israel. It's still enough to send people to the bunkers. It's still enough to give Israel a pretext to say we have to occupy a buffer zone up to the Litani, up to the Awali. We'll see how far they want to go, right? So that capacity is clearly there, and that is important.
Check this out. I found this to be fucking hilarious, chat. Check this out. Okay, this is mind blowing. I agree with Novara Media. Gotta reach out to Novara Media. This is my. President Trump says basically, we have nobody to replace. We want to do regime change, but we killed all the guys we wanted to install. Or most likely the Israelis killed all the guys they wanted to install. I can't believe I unironically watched that segment of Trump speaking and I kind of missed that. But it's so funny. Let's see Novara cover it. I think it's going to be very, very, very interesting.
Blowing moment in Trump's meeting with Chancellor Merz of Germany. He was asked who he'd like to take over in Iran now that the Ayatollah Khamenei was dead.
Well, most of the people we had in mind are dead.
What the fuck?
So, we had some in mind from that group that is dead. And now we have another group. They may be dead also.
The George R.R. Martin problem, killing all the main characters. Tell Trump to put me in. I'll be the new Ayatollah.
Based on reports.
Toast the android, toast the Ayatollah.
So I guess you have a third wave coming in. Pretty soon we're not going to know anybody.
This is how much he's fought through it. He's starting a war with a country of 90 million people is a very big deal. You're taking on a lot of responsibility in that moment. It's like, we killed them all. The people we thought could take over, we killed them all. Whoops. Oh, and then there were another bunch who we thought maybe could take over. Oh, we killed them as well. And there's a small group now who we think could maybe take over, but we'll probably kill them as well. And then we won't know anyone.
Iran has a population of 93 million, I think. It's the world's largest Shia Muslim country. It sits on the world's second largest reserves of gas. It is the fulcrum in a broader Shia community of hundreds of millions of people in Pakistan, Iraq, Lebanon. Hundreds of millions of people.
Great. It's been seamless. Nobody's actually ever seen anything like it. If you look at Iraq, where very stupidly everybody was fired, the generals were fired, the military was fired, the police were
They were stupid. These guys are smart. That's why it's difficult.
Fired, the fire departments were fired, and all of the government workers were fired. So after, people would call, they had no idea. And by the way, ISIS was formed. That's where ISIS came from. All of the fired people. We don't believe in that.
Oh, yeah, definitely destabilizing Iran, completely balkanizing it, most likely, is not going to create an insane power vacuum that will form new massive terror cells. It will also not lead to the radicalization of the far right in Europe, because now there's 90 million, out of which at least 10 to 15 million will attempt to migrate into the European Union and to Europe as a whole, which is then going to stimulate anti-immigrant rhetoric by the very same Westerners and their governments that stimulated the Americans, jacked off their circumcised fucking wee-wee when it comes to going down this adventurous path in service to Israel. You think Israel's going to take 15 million goddamn browns? You think they're going to take Iranian refugees? No, you stupid fucking right-wing European white power cucks. They're going to come to your fucking house. And of course, it's very easy for me to make fun of right-wing idiots because they're fucking idiots and they're racist, and that's simple shit. What's unfortunate, though, is that this snake eating its own ass scenario, this continuous spiraling, is going to lead to a even further emboldened European right. And some right-wingers that actually do give a shit about race to an extent, like Nick Fuentes, who hates Jews because they are circumcising the Americans, and he likes sucking uncircumcised white cock. That's unironically, that's my analysis of Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes hates Jews because they're circumcising Americans, and he prefers uncut cock. Well, he really believes in race, and he's like, this war with Iran is bad because it's going to further pollute the European genome. Tucker Carlson believes the same. That long term, the Israelis are playing them, so it's interesting. Imagine, if you will, an Ouroboros shitting in its mouth. Zdravo, brate. Everyone who got cold LARPers in chat, I want each and every one of you to know that I love you guys for your principled stances. Thanks for keeping me sane in the sea of Tritlerites. Oh my God. That's fair. Spot on analysis. Thank you. No, it is. It is no joke is. If you unironically, like if you care about the white European race not mixing, you are a fucking cretin imbecile, but also you are a fucking just dumb guy if you support this war in Iran, because you're going to have a bunch of non-whites in fucking Europe, like immediately. In your native European lands, like if you do not want mixing, then you don't want refugees, and if you don't want refugees, you don't want imperial war. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, an unironic white supremacist sitting in front of me and telling me that this intervention is somehow good for the white race is insanely lobotomized, even from the perspective of a Nazi. Like I can't even take you seriously as an ideological opponent. Like, you're not working towards your racialized goals. So, yeah, can't believe I'm making a white supremacist argument. Like, I can feel my mouth slowly filling with unironic feces as I'm saying the shit that I'm saying. But this war makes so little sense that even from a white supremacist perspective, it doesn't make sense. Even from a white supremacist perspective, it makes no sense. We unironically, brown red shirt alliance in not liking Iran, not liking the war in Iran. Communists don't want the war in Iran because they think that imperialism is fucked up, that sovereignty is sensical, and that the two settler colonial projects uniting to basically choke the fuck out of our beautiful planet is pretty bad. And the right should hate this because there's going to be browns in Europe. So, like, who does this make sense for? Israel. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No, that's it. You're not destabilizing China that plans on being almost fully fucking green in the next 2 decades. It's not long-term fucking Meta 5D chasing this shit. Like, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. They're building a fortress back home. This serves no one except Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv. It really does. Pere Penada vibes in the Yugo chat. Damn. Why? What's happening? What's happening? Or is that good? I don't fucking know. What are you saying, bro? What is Noam Brodsky saying? What are you saying, my friend? What does that mean, brother? What does that mean, brother? They're infighting. What the? Please stop infighting, or the mods will start pissing down your mouth. Well, what's the conversation? Should I participate? What's the conversation? Is Hassan leftist or is he not leftist? Is a man that spits out baby leftists 300 a minute on a daily basis a leftist? Is that the discussion here? Is a man that is listened to by tens of thousands of people and that you might not disagree with on his particular analysis, but that nonetheless contributes to the cause by creating and developing class consciousness in thousands of people? Is that guy a leftist? Is that the question? Are you asking me that question? Are you debating that question? And that's a fucking insane question to pose. The only thing we have close to a mainstream socialist, principled anti-imperialist that actually does a decent job of agitation and propaganda at the entry stage in the streaming space, the same way we have second thought in the video essay stage, documentary stage, etc., etc. You're telling me that he's not leftist, actually doing unironic fucking praxis and agitating for the cause is not it. No, you know what being a leftist is? Being a leftist is holding all the particular right and correct opinions while sitting in your room and doing nothing. That's what a leftist is. Yes, Hassan isn't a leftist. I'm not a leftist. People that organize in the joint parties that are not perfect in their dialectical materialist analysis of the world, so they don't ever join an organization. They sit in their room. That's the leftists. That's the leftists. The professional opinion holders, the correct opinion holders. That's the real leftists. You know how literally one of the first fucking sentences that Marx is fucking famous for is philosophers changing the world, mate. It's okay for you to dislike me or somebody else and not agree on our particular perspectives. That will be worked out through the process of revolution. But to say that somebody is not a leftist or a socialist, even though they've dedicated their life to pitching for the cause from one particular perspective, well, there's others that pitch for it from another perspective, is to basically tell me that you do not understand how a funnel works. And you're basically telling me that you want everything in this world to revolve around you. You want every single pitch for why somebody should be a socialist. You want it tailored specifically to your material conditions, specifically to your concerns. You want them to cover exactly only the things that you care about and nothing else. Yeah, that's called a fucking cult, bro. Rosa Lux, your schizo posting. Chill out a little bit, my friend. Yeah, that's a cult, okay? Agitation. That's what I can talk about. I cannot talk about organization because I listen when I'm in an organization. I am a propagandist. I've dedicated my life to this. And in agitation, you need 1,000 different fronts, okay? You need communists of every fucking ethnicity, every cultural background, every religious background. every fucking gender identity, every motherfucking subculture, okay? Disabled, every category. And then you need ones that unironically are spawning socialists by doing a Marxist analysis of Shrek, but you also need guys to teach you what the core differences between a Marxist-Leninist analysis and a Dengist analysis are of how a society needs to be run. Yes, at this stage of our development, we need a million fucking fronts. And whenever I see a new front coming up that is not doing infighting and it is not shooting backwards, is not shooting at comrades, but trying to just give another new pitch to new groups of people about why they should develop their class consciousness and they should dislike this system because of either its inefficiencies or its immorality. I'm like, yeah, it's space. Welcome to the space, bro. Welcome to the space. You're chill. Question in the best faith possible. Is there any verifiable evidence that this online funnel, one, exists, two, is growing? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Supreme, Massimo Dutti, Adidas, Nike, Ciroc vodka, MacBooks, iPhones. That's your evidence that marketing funnels, agitation funnels, propaganda funnels, advertising funnels, call them whatever the fuck you want, work. People painting their hair yellow, painting it purple, painting it black. People shaving their head. People wearing incredibly uncomfortable shoes on stilettos. People not wearing shoes at all. People hugging trees. People cutting trees down. People thinking that global warming exists or doesn't exist is a product of two different funnels. So when you ask where is evidence of funnels working, I tell you the evidence is in everything around you. You are a result of your environment, which includes the type of information you have had access to. The more access you have to information that can develop your class consciousness, the higher the statistical chance your class consciousness develops. The higher, how do we increase the chance of you interacting with class consciousness propaganda? By creating as much different and diverse types of class conscious analysis on topics that interest as wide of a set of people as possible, because that's the entry that they can walk through before they actually start listening about the whole fucking communism shit. Okay? Thank you, Ross Publica. Thank you very much for paying forward and gifting 2 subs. Thank you very much for supporting what we like to do here. We like Sombro is chill. This is not even a conversation about Hassan anymore. I will be normal, chat. It's not that deep. He's okay, Rosa. No, you're just Rosa's. When I said you were schizophrenic thing, I meant like you're like fucking, you literally were. It's not about the Hassan conversation. True and correct. Who, the Greek streamer? He is a janissary. What got me off? Again, you're missing my fucking point. Listen, if one of the funnels is not for you, that's okay. That's the point. It's not for you. Hassan is a Turk living in the United States of America, talking to baby leftists and explaining the world in a way an American can comprehend it and understand it, so that he turns them against American exceptionalism and against American imperial overreach, while, flirting with things that you might not find tasteful. Is that not, if that's not for you, that's not the marketing campaign that is supposed to be for you. That is not the funnel that you're supposed to go through. Find something else that speaks to you and develop with it, and develop an arm of the movement through it. What do I represent? I represent, on this space, an actual international community, okay? Not another American or guy from London, like, dropping fucking hot takes. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with comrades from either of those places dropping hot takes. So if you want somebody that's going to be a lot more critical to Americans, to such an extent sometimes that I feel like I'm borderline dehumanizing them, I'm your guy. And I'm creating that funnel for fellow internationalists that are tired of learning about socialism from another fucking, Burgerlandian. So I'm your guy. But I'm not going to be everybody's guy. I'm a communist that drinks 50% alcohol while wearing a mask and screams at you that you're not circumcised. Of course I'm not for everybody. But I am for some of you. And welcome to this motherfucking community. And thank you for the 5 gift subs. And if somebody comes in here and says, man, you fucking suck, I really don't enjoy watching you, I'll be like, are you a socialist? If you say yes, I will just direct you at another aspect of the funnel. And if you're not a socialist, I will hope that you find other creators, other writers, other analysts, other thinkers, other artists, doesn't fucking matter, not just for the content space, that will hopefully speak to you in a way that I cannot speak to you. Because I just can't speak to you. I'm not going to be fake and try and create some alternative fucking persona or something. I am the bartender in the bar, and we're all drinking, and I, unfortunately, have a little bit more experience than you, and I have a formal education in this, not more than everyone, of course, and we exchange knowledge. That is what you get here for. You want something more academic, you go somewhere else. You sometimes like both going to the academic place and the bar. You move between the two. That's also very fine. All I'm trying to say with this is, don't think that these spaces that are pitching socialism in an era where, especially in the Western Hemisphere, we basically don't even fucking exist. Don't think that these spaces are competitions to one another. We need as many spaces as possible, talking to as many different categories of people in as many ways as possible in order to grow this fucking thing. Because I don't know, do you imagine a 60-year-old woman that enjoys knitting watching me? Of course not. Would I love to see a 60-year-old woman that enjoys knitting creating a channel in which, through knitting, she is explaining how socialism is based and you would have more access to knitting? If you lived in socialism instead of capitalism, yes, I would love to see that. Very stupid allegory, but you get metaphor, but you understand what the fuck I'm saying. Sorry, allegory, yes. More. I love knitting. No, God bless, knitting's sick. I'm not saying knit is not good, my friend. But you get it. You get what I'm saying. Because we all the time do it. People in my space also do it. We do it. We're like, what the fuck is this channel? It fucking sucks. What the fuck is, like, this is not serious. Why does he have so many views and I don't have so many views? And you go into down the fucking grifter mentality and you start losing your mind, which then unironically turns you into a tumor to the pipeline, to the funnel. WSJ says Trump is going to fire Noam. Can I get a link? That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, that's my hot take on you disliking a particular figure. in this space. If you dislike them, move on. And if you like them a lot, be okay with that. Don't be sycophantic from one side, and don't hate something because it's not for you. Okay? That's it. 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 That is the wisdom I'm trying to impart on you. And of course, pay your taxes as we reach the second hour. Excess, you funny motherfucker. Did I pay my tax? No, you did not, Jokula. Okay, let's paint chat purple, okay? Come on, let's make it cinematic. What music? Wait. Yes. Yes, come on. Jokula, Aide. Purple. I want it 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 purple. Purple. More. 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 Oh, so heavy. More. More. Cheers. More. Hugo just went Kylo Ren. More. It's not working. Awkward. Being part of the funnel is to understand that not everyone has the same level of knowledge as you. It is your duty to understand their gaps in knowledge and fill the void. Yes, beautifully put. Beautifully put. That's the educational part of the funnel, okay? Educational part of the funnel. But when it comes to simply introducing people to the ideas of our wider movement, it's all about basically quantity. It's all about as many fronts as possible as well. So I agree. Anaconda, first Western taxpayer of the day. But I'm not counting Anaconda, actually. No, we're on 0. I'll count Anaconda for the last time. I really shouldn't. Thank you very much, Anaconda. Anaconda, you want to do your spin now? You want to do a spin for 20? Fuck it. Let me do a quick spin for you. Chatters that are new, we do a thing here. The most illegal thing on Twitch, but we still do it. It's called gambling, but we do it ethically, and we spin a wheel. Anaconda, you have top Oilers, okay, in this stream. I give so much in this fucking stream. So, top 3 people of a particular week. Top 3 Oilers. In the next week, get free spins, okay? And Anaconda was second last week. Anaconda, what do you want to spin on? Second next week, which means Anaconda can spin for 20 subs for free. And if Anaconda wins, I have to buy 20 motherfucking subs, okay, for my chatters, which would have been won by Anaconda. Anaconda, tell us where you want to put it before I lose all the viewers, because a lot of people hate Gamba and they leave, but they are not based like us, okay? They hate us because they ain't us. They want news. They want news. They don't want to look at the ball spin, brother. So Anaconda, please, my friend, where do you want to put this shit? $20 on odd. Let's go 20 on odd by Anya motherfucking Conda and spin motherfucking spin.
5 red odd. You win.
Son of a bitch. Anaconda always fucking wins, man. Congratulations to Anaconda, last week's number 2 best Oiler, now being given 20 gift subs by Yugopnik. 20 gift subs for chat. Congratulations. Say thank you to Anaconda and say a little bit of thank you to me. So thank you, Sao Jimmy. Thank you very much. Good job, Anaconda. Did you ever lose, Anaconda? I'd get fucked, eat my ass, you motherfucking piece of shit. Did you ever even lose? Did you ever even lose, motherfucker? I don't think you ever lost. It changed because there was a vote.
Living in Doha, and they are the majority of the population. Around just over 20% of those are also Qataris. Some people have experienced war before, and it's quite re-traumatizing for them, and it's a new kind of psychological trauma for the people living here. For many who haven't experienced war, they haven't experienced conflict, to hear these big booms in the sky, they often sound closer to you than they actually are. And knowing how dangerous falling debris is. Now, I just want to say the stark difference between Friday to Saturday. Friday, it's Ramadan at the moment, the holy month in Islam. People break their fast after fasting all day as the sun sets. And then the markets and the streets are thronging with people out enjoying meals, iftar, coffees. They're with families. There's a real celebratory atmosphere. That was all folded on Saturday when this war began, when these booms started out in the sky, and suddenly people are wondering, where to take shelter, whether they can go out or not, how safe it is. You can see there are many cars still in the streets, so more people are going out, but they're being very cautious. So it's got a real psychological impact at the moment, more so. It's been a few injuries, but not many considering.
Laura Khan reporting from the Qatari capital, Doha. Thank you very much, Laura. Joining me here in the studio, Danya Thafar. She's
Barry, NBC News exclusive interview with Foreign Minister from 30 minutes ago. Thank you, Barry. New child soldier. Did I miss any? Oh, no, that was from me. Thank you, Deva Kiri. Yes, this is a kufte or something. Kufte, ne znam kako ga zovu ovi jebeni ovdje. This is all my broadcast can afford, but it is from a Western government, so have some Inuit bucks. Thank you very much for the Inuit bucks, my friend. And don't worry, man. Please, my friend, don't worry.
We are coming on the air with breaking news right now.
Your 100 is more valuable than hundreds of gifts from other people.
Our exclusive interview with Iran.
Exclusive interview with Iran.
Iran's foreign minister who joined us from Tehran, which just wrapped up moments ago. The foreign minister answering questions about why Iran is attacking its neighbors in the Middle East and whether they're willing to negotiate with the U.S. But I started by asking who exactly is in charge of Iran right now after its supreme leader was killed over the weekend. Minister Arachi, we thank you for your time. Who is in charge of Iran right now?
Well, thank you, Tom, for having me in your program. Well, I think the system is working very well. We have lost a supreme leader, but according to our constitution, there is now a council which takes charge of his duties, and then the president, the cabinet, ministers, everybody is in its position. So the system is working very well, and everybody, is in charge.
Thank you, kindly Trick the Rogue, for the gifty. Thank you, my friend.
There's been a council. We know that there's been a council to fulfill the duties of the supreme leader, but we also know that there's a selection process in play to pick the next Ayatollah. There are reports that Ayatollah Khamenei's son is a front runner.
Yeah, and you guys are bombing the living shit out of all the potential candidates. Imagine if they bombed the shit out of Kamala Harris's house. I don't know why I laughed. Oh, yeah, that was funny, because that would imply that Kamala Harris could ever be president. Sorry. The Iranians would bomb houses of people that could potentially become the president. So Kamala Harris would be pretty safe. Yo, Hapluis. Our first, I'm not calling that Tanya Konda didn't pay taxes, but Konda paid taxes all the time. So our actual first Western taxpayer of the day. Haploi, thank you very much. It happened to be Greek Haploi. Kalimera, kalispera. Kalimera. Harris marked safe. What's the current top Oilers? The current top Oilers are, I don't think so, at number 1 with 52. I don't think so. I can outplace them always. Crisco as number 1 at 52. Crisco number 2 at 50. Anaconda, close third, only 14 difference. Then RXS right behind Anaconda. And then Shadow Rounder at a third. Nanoy at a 25. Man, what happened to all the OGs, dude? This used to be populated by Berry Balls, by Pizza Famine, by McGin, by all crazy motherfuckers. No, but now there's new kids in town. Oh, McGin is still at number 10, yeah. We got Trick the Rogue at 9. We got Haploy at 8. Good job. Thank you, Megan Lowndes, for your developing world taxes, my friend. Thank you very much. They gave you too much oil. I have too much oil. No, I am beyond grateful to them. Without them, the show could not have started. It was very difficult in the beginning. So, fucking legends. I'm just, Cynical Chris. I'm still here. Cynical Chris is a fucking OG. Cynical Chris is a... Don't even get me started on Cynical Chris. That would be too cynical. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Let's listen to an American ask the foreign minister of a country that was one-sidedly attacked on why he's the bad guy.
Is that true?
Sky Blue, yeah.
Well, actually, I have don't exact information, but there are many rumors around.
Cynical Chris, by the way, do you still live in Poland, or are you outside of Poland? Are you Polska Polaku, or are you Polska Londonaku?
But we have to wait for the assembly of experts to choose the new supreme leader.
I also asked the foreign minister about Iranian ships being sunk and whether he believes Iran can win this war. Here's what he had to say. The world saw your battleship sunk in the Indian Ocean.
I always lived in Poland, never moved. Fucking klasa, blad. Polska góra.
Of Iranians.
I respect. It's all the only Polish guys that get in chat that are reactionary are, funnily enough, don't live in Poland. They literally don't put their proverbial money where their mouth is. They come in here and they're like, fucking hate immigrants. And I'm like, dude, where do you live? I live in London. And I'm like, kurwa. Well, real fucking OGs, stimulating the domestic Polish economy are fucking chilling in Polska Polaku, bro. I gotta go to Poland again. Should do a meetup. I want you to give me Polish food.
Sailors died. Your response was, quote,
Polish food is very good, by the way. When I went to Poland, it was really good. All the dicks were uncircumcised. Poland does not serve Israel. They are not circumcised.
In the Indian Ocean, dozens of Iranian sailors died. Your response was, quote, mark my words, the U.S. will come to bitterly regret the precedent it has set. So what is Iran going to do? And at this point, given the state of your military right now, what can you do?
Well, first of all, that was a training training ship, which was invited by the Indian Navy to take part in an exercise. And they went there as their guests, the Indians guests, and they, did participate in that exercise, and they were in their way back home, and the ship was unarmed. So attacking an unarmed ship full of, training officers and sailors is, a war crime, I have to say.
What type of battleship, Minister, excuse me, but what type of military would allow a battleship into the ocean with no weapons on board?
Well, because it was, the goal was not, their aim was not going to war. They meant for
every military ever that is going to a training, every military ever on planet Earth. Was the attack on Pearl Harbor justified then? I know I'm strawmanning the shit out of this, but... What?
An exercise, which was arranged by the Indian Navy. There are so many other guests who went there and they, took part in a parade. And, everything was a peaceful, training course or peaceful training process. So they didn't need, weapons. They actually went to that mission long before the war started.
Yeah.
And when I said that
They literally went to a fucking conference, okay? Like, they went to a conference.
The U.S.
A LARP session, Every country does like a LARP session. You get a bunch of soldiers. It doesn't matter if they're SWAT or they're police or they're Navy or they're fucking pilots or they're whatever. And then they do their battle LARPs, etc., all simulations. Oh, it feels good. Ooh, la, 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 la. You don't get to just bomb the fuck out of the LARP session, man. What's next? Dropping bombs in fucking airsoft fields? The Japanese had to attack Pearl Harbor. The Americans set up their fully armed warships in Hawaii, not officially part of the U.S. at that time. Just let my allegory live, Barry. Let my allegory live. Pretty easy to justify. Yeah, pretty easy to justify. It is actually. But let my allegory breathe, please. Iran is having so much buyer's remorse right now. They try to align themselves with India instead of China. Yeah, don't even get me started, brother. Don't even get me started.
Would regret that. I meant that they have,
really?
The U.S. have unfortunately set a precedent which is, against the international law and would...
Jesus, shut the fuck up, nerd, bro. Bro, you're a fucking nerd. Shut the fuck up. Get in the Iranian locker right now and build a nuke. No fucking joke. Motherfucker talking about precedents. Motherfucker talking about international law. Nerd-ass motherfucker. Who gives a fuck? Big dicks kill small dicks. Wait, wrong allegory. Big gun kills small gun. Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Actually damage the whole concept of international, law of seas. When an unarmed, ship is attacked with no reason, and a big number of sailors are killed without taking part in any battle.
Yeah, it's setting precedent. You know why precedents are dangerous? You know why precedents are dangerous? Chat. Why are precedents dangerous? Precedents are dangerous because if you do a thing, the other guy that is as strong as you will now have the right to do the same thing because he'll say, oh, you did that. I can do it now. But that is in a world where there's equal players, like we're on a chess field or something, or we're playing a video game, which all characters have a relatively the same level. Okay? In unipolarity, precedents do not exist. Because even if you blow up 1 million hospitals, you just blow up. If America wakes up tomorrow and blows up 100 hospitals, oh wait, they literally did that this week. Literally blew up 100 hospitals. And the world says, oh my God, you're setting precedents. What's next? Somebody's going to blow up 100 American hospitals. America's going to be like, yeah, try it, bitch. Try it. Yeah, we're setting a precedent. We're blowing up hospitals. Blow up mine. Come on, blow up mine. Blow it up, motherfucker. Turns out you can't because you live in unipolarity. Turns out you can't. So precedents only matter when there are players of equal setting and equal power participating in the great game. When the one setting bad precedents is literally untouchable, then precedents are irrelevant. Do we understand this little Yugopnik law hour? Do we understand? We understand. Okay.
That would set a precedent.
Oh my God, he said, oh my God, I will start again precedent. Bro, you are being bombed right now. Precedents are irrelevant. And there is one way that even if you're not Okay, like, okay, precedent, allegory, bullies in school, bigger guy, bully. Ooh, he bullies everyone. Oh, he's setting precedents. Oh, if you bully this guy, then somebody might bully one of your bros. But then he's like, no, you will not bully one of my bros because I will fuck you up. I'm bigger guy. What's the only way to balance that out in the school? Please don't do that. I'm just allegory. You bring a fucking knife to school. That's how you balance the fuck out of that fucking scenario. I don't care about how big your muscle is. I gotta stick that, right? Right? And the allegory of the knife is nuclear missiles. So, even in a unipolar world, the only way to make sure that you don't get shafted, proverbially and literally speaking, is by getting a knife, is by getting a nuclear missile. Then precedents all of a sudden start making a little bit more sense. Then precedents start being a little bit more important. Iranians are Persians, therefore we are not Arabs, so you cannot treat us like Iraq and the Arabs. What the fuck? So yes. What's up, lesbian hot sauce?
And the US...
Dropside News might be a little bit better. Dropside News is very old. This is 30 minutes old.
Yeah. The U.S. says it controls the skies, that Iran's ballistic missile attacks have dropped more than 80%. The U.S. has hit over 2,000 Iranian targets. The Pentagon says America is winning decisively. Do you think they're wrong?
Well, I think, now 6 days after the war.
No need to apologize, my friend. Jesus. No. You did good by introducing it. Now I show this one. Your intention by telling me that the Dropsite News one is better makes sense because people from Dropsite News are much better journalists than this. I'm talking to my producer right now, by the way. So from your perspective, that makes a lot of sense. Now I will explain why I'm looking at this and why sometimes I do prefer Chud NBC News interviews of foreign figures, because it gives me more space to do anti-imperialist analysis, because I point out the hypocrisy of empire in the form of the how they're asking questions. While if I was looking at an actual unbiased journalist, if such a thing exists, it would not give me as much space to basically shout at them. That's the pitch. You understand? You understand.
Ballistic missile attacks have dropped more than 80%. The U.S. has hit over 2,000 Iranian targets. The Pentagon says America is winning decisively. Do you think they're wrong?
Well, I think, now 6 days after the war, it is clear that the U.S. Has failed to achieve its main goal, which was clean, rapid victory. They failed to achieve that, and now they are trying to justify why they did attack us, and they have, presented so many different reasons.
You streamer of the Wizard Oz.
But none of them worked.
I'll take it as a compliment.
And now they are talking about, Plan B, and I believe that, their Plan B would be even a bigger failure. So they are controlling our sky. But at the moment,
Minister, your supreme leader was killed. Your top military leaders were killed. Your military installation.
He's like, I'm gonna mog so fucking hard. But I want you to notice something, and to an extent, he's mogging. Let's be honest. Yeah, killing the fucking leader of a country in the first 24 hours is objectively mogging. But then they're mogging their economy back. But I want you to notice something, okay?
Would be even a bigger failure. So they are controlling.
Wait for this, okay? Wait, I need to make a better. Okay, wait a second. Here.
Have not been able or still in manner. So
Minister, can Iran win this?
Wait, sorry. Where was it? My bad. 1 second.
Your supreme minister.
But
this
at the moment,
teleprompter, okay?
Minister, your supreme leader was killed. Your top military leaders were killed. Your military installations have been bombed. How can you call that a failure?
Literally reading, by the way. and this would not be a surprise to a Serb, to a Russian, to a Brazilian, to an Argentinian, to a Ghanaian, to a Belarusian, to a Kazakh, to an Indian, to a Sri Lankan, to I don't fucking know, to a Kenyan. Absolutely none. But to Americans, it is very surprising that epic-based journalism man interviewing somebody is actually being fed shit. He's actually being fed shit by people that are feds my shit. Okay? So yes, there are unironically compromised guys working inside of the media apparatus that during times of crisis and war especially make sure that only one particular type of consent manufacturing happens. It's not all just organic. That is me as now an old leftist. That is what I'm starting to learn, okay? Most of consent manufacturing does happen organically because private media supports capitalism, because it is private and is profit-driven, and the only way to support capitalism in the long term is to also support imperialism. Therefore, it is in the incentive of private media to support imperialism, foreign wars, etc., etc. This happens organically. And yes, there is maybe no censorship inside of the studios themselves, but there's no need for censorship because when HR is actually looking for journalists, they vet them for appropriate opinions and ideologies. So they, become talking heads, appropriate talking heads from the get-go, blah, blah, blah. All of you know this. If you don't know this, that's what basically I just saved you like 10 hours of reading consent manufacturing. That's the whole fucking book. 99% of Ivy League academics would be completely irrelevant after, in the post-2017 era when based brokey YouTubers made 20-minute video essays that would explain something that a guy with 3 PhDs from the fucking MIT would need a decade to write. Sorry, a little bit of side tangent there, my friends. But yeah, that's TLDR of what it is. Unfortunately, it's a little bit less not less. It's there's also the other side of the coin, which is unironically like just feds working in these places. I don't think that consent manufacturing speaks enough about that. There is guys that actually work for the government that infiltrate private media and just say whatever shit. Do I have proof? Do you have proof against this? Are you fucking insane? Are you telling me that the federal agencies in the United States that have a big enough budget to infiltrate leftist organizations that have 25 members don't have the budget to infiltrate the media apparatus? I have a bridge in San Francisco to sell you right now if you believe that not to be a case, okay? Okay, I will sell it to you for 20 gift subs. Gift sub me 20 now, and I will give you a bridge in San Francisco. I pinky promise. I am pinky promise. Đokula, kupuj, brat, ajde. Pinky promise, yes. 20 gift subs and it's yours. I'm giving you the key to the bridge. Bridges have keys. It is a lesser known fact. It is a bridge to keys. How does 15 sound? Well, for your fucking €1 ones, 15 sounds great. 15 sounds phenomenal, actually. I'm kidding. I would be grateful. Whatever. Hvala, brate. Hugo, I caught your stream. Very good. Don't let it go. W cenkanje. 20. Okay, ajde stisnemo ruke na 20. It is, San Francisco Bridge, okay? I have Đokula. Đokula is buying San Francisco Bridge for 15 gift subs. Anybody want to buy it for 20? But you got to put your money where your mouth is. I am selling prime real estate, okay? San Francisco Bridge 4K, okay? I am selling incredible bridge. I own it. It is incredible. Look at this. Okay? 15 going once. I will give you 5 seconds in between. You can bid in chat. 15 going twice. Really, no. Look at this bridge. Okay, maybe I should wait. Let me make it more cool. Ace of spades. Okay, let me make it more cool. Okay. This bridge only for 20 gift subs. 20 gift subs. This bridge 15 going once. 15 going twice. 15 for this bridge. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Do I have a 20? Do I have a 20? Who is coming in with a 20, with a 20, with a 20? 20, do I hear a 20? Do I hear a 25? 20, 25, do I hear a 20? Do I hear a 20? Do I hear a 20 for the San Francisco Bridge? San Francisco Bridge 20. Or is 15 going 3 times and sold? Is it sold? Is it sold? Is it sold? Is it sold? 15 going once, 15 going twice, 15 going 3 times, and sold to Jokula, the new owner of a big bridge in America. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jokula. Oh my God. Sold to Jokula for 15. Tom Scruffy coming in with a 5. You get the entryway to it. Jokula gets the whole bridge. Let's go! Bridge belongs to Jokula.
But that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the Joker.
You think you know niche, extremely niche? Yes, I'm bleeding through a mask. No, I'm not. No, it's fine. I think it's fine. Who gives a shit? Talk about creating the most niche environments. Playing Motorhead over the San Francisco Bridge being metaphorically sold as an argument for why the feds definitely infiltrate private media companies in the United States of America. That is an ace of spades.
Everything you see, you know it's gonna be the ace of spades, the ace of spades.
Heretical is like, I've seen it before. I love you, man. That made it funnier. Thank you, Jokula. Thank you, J-Day, for the 5. Jokula's gifties count like a Western tax, even though he's definitely not from the West. Thank you, Jokula. Everybody say, Hvala, Jokula. When are you kicking out all the homeless under the bridge, Jokula? Jokula's a ruthless Balkan capitalist, okay? He's gonna blow up that bridge. And he's going to make a new one that's like, decked out with gold and platinum. And it's very flashy. And, like, he's going to wave a massive, like, flag on it. Somehow that sounds more American than whatever bit I was doing about you being Balkan. Anyways, we have a hype train. Do your part if you feel like it. Thank you very much, Polaris, for the bits, my friend. Thank you. Hype trains are nice. Right now they're at 6. Right now the hype train is at 6. Wouldn't it be funny if it went to a 7?
And then what they have achieved?
I know it's not going to move now. It's just because of that joke.
What was their goal? They came here for a regime change, perhaps. They came here for a rapid victory, so they can,
Nethlem is like, that's what I'm subscribing for. Nethlem's there. Crisco is like, yo, the 6-7. Fucking Crisco, thank you very much for the 10. Oh my God. Crisco's the new open presence. Crisco's the new, swinging, class-conscious rich guy dick. You know what Crisco did yesterday? Crisco was like, hi, 50 gift subs, and just left. Like that's it. Oh, thank you very much, Crisco. 4th Western taxpayer. Thank you. But Nethlem is the funny one, Crisco is a fucking OG. Crisco's at 300. You go over 300, I'm giving you VAP, Crisco. Crisco's, an OG. But Nethlem, the guy or the lady or the NB that did the Prime, like listened to this whole show, was not convinced that my analysis is worthy of a free prime, heard me say 6-7. Here is my money, sir. Look, just I can imagine like Nephilim right now. Like Nephilim is like listening to the whole show. Aha! He said 6-7. Here's my money, sir.
Everything, but they have failed. The system is working. The commanders have been replaced, and the supreme leader is going to be replaced soon, according to the procedures set by the Constitution.
And I don't know what the journalist wants him to say. Yes, it was an L to lose the Ayatollah in the first 24/7 and a bunch of high-ranking generals. That is objective. Please do not cope in my chat. But also, like, what is he supposed to say? Like, is he supposed to say, yes, you guys really fucked us up with that one. Holy fuck, like, mogged, hoo-hoo. But now we're mogging you by having a superior, almost cartel-like system in which the military is now divided in many cells and operates independently, which limits your ability to destroy the entire body of Iranian defense. Blah, blah, blah. You get my point, right? Like, what the fuck is the guy supposed to say? He's supposed to say 6-7. Oh, my God. I am going to ban you. I swear to God. I don't think I've banned anyone in 6 months, except maybe the Cumskin Pigskin guy, and I'm going to ban you. Stay mighty. Thank you very much for the sub. President Trump, the current secretary... What, is this new? Блядь. March 5th, 8:46 p.m. Is this new? Whoa. Truth or shall? Truth or shall? Wait. Fuck off. There's so many ads on this place. 8 minutes ago, yes. What the Oh, he did do it. He did do it. Catherine, another big cock moment. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much. What? I am pleased to announce that the highly respected United States Senator from the great state of Oklahoma, many circumcised people in Oklahoma, they know what to serve, will become the United States Secretary of Homeland Security effective March 31st. The current Secretary, Christian Noem, oh my God, who has served us well and has had numerous and spectacular results, especially on the border, will be moving to the Special Envoy of the Shield of the Americas. Our new security initiative invented the job to pay her $1 million a month, probably. In the Western Hemisphere, we are announcing on Saturday in Doral, Florida. I thank Christy for her service at Homeland Security. Holy shit. And you know why I really like this? For two reasons. Number one, there's enough plastic on my screen whenever I cover this shit, when I look at Donald Trump's face, okay? But now there's going to be significantly less plastic on my screen. Thank you, it's just me. Thank you for the 2 months. No, thank you. She's going to shoot another dog for this, okay? Dog owners win yet again. Dog owners dominating the field. Shield of Americas, dude. Straight out of the Avengers. The Shield of the Americas. The Shield of the Americans. The Shield of the Americans. The Shield of the... I'm trying to put myself in the room when they were discussing what to name it. The Shield of the Americans. I like it. The Shield of the Americans. We all remove our foreskin and put it on the shield. We don't have a shield on our dick because we are Americans. We put it on the... Oh, Lord. Sounds like a Mussolini-ass title. Unironically, like, don't be that disrespectful to Mussolini. I cannot believe I've ever uttered a word like this. This is the most American thing, the Shield of the Americans. It's literally just the Avengers. Literally the Avengers. Okay. The Shield of the Americas, it will kill all the dogs. on the Western Hemisphere. We must protect ourselves against dogs. I do not trust anything that cannot be circumcised. Have you ever tried circumcising a dog? Was impossible. We followed the rule. All the slaves must be circumcised. Therefore, dogs cannot be circumcised. Therefore, dogs must be killed. Goddamn. For those of you who do not know our bit, we invent new right-wing conspiracy theories live, which is which allows us to make fun of right-wing conspiracy theories in general. They're not even conspiracy theories. Like, I don't think you can say like right-wing conspiracy theories. 1 minute left, level 8. Okay, you gotta go to 9. Otherwise, you're part of a right-wing conspiracy theory. It makes no sense to say a right-wing conspiracy theory because right-wing thought de facto is a conspiracy theory. So that's like being like a very, dark black color. Like, what the fuck, Like a tiny small thing, Like it's right-wing thought is de facto a conspiracy theory. Less than level 10 means that you guys want to join the Shield of the Americas and kill dogs, okay? If we don't reach level 10, cat people win. Okay? Cat people win. Dog people lose if we don't reach level 10. Serving 10 years in the United States House of Representatives and 3 in the Senate, Mark Wayne has done a tremendous job representing the wonderful people of Oklahoma. So many new babies circumcised, where I won all 77 out of 77 counties. Oh my God, he manages to somehow flex in it. The dogs strike back, W comrade. It looks like you're losing. The cats are winning. You guys want to murder dogs. W comrade, thank you for the 5, my friend. The first 5 of W comrade was in defensive. Dogs are still saved thanks to the W comrade. I don't care that you guys lost. Still, dogs are preserved. We respect dogs here as the objectively inferior option to cats, but we still respect it. It's still acceptable. They are allowed to exist, unlike in the MAGA movement. A MAGA warrior and former undefeated professional MMA fighter, Mark Wayne, truly... I gotta see who this is. Probably the most Googled guy right now. I honestly don't know. Oh my God, this guy. Oh, I know this guy, yeah. He's a Cherokee politician. Hell yeah, brother. Yo, Trick the Rogue. Trick the Rogue. Yo. You got Native American imperialists in chat, bro. Holy fucking shit, bro. Motherfucker. we got fucking woke imperialists in this bitch, bro. Well, my white boy's the minority, dude. My white boy's an actual native. My white boy's like he's part Cherokee. He starts deporting people, and he literally says, "We must save our country for the natives." But he can say it because he's not just the fucking white dude whose ancestors are from fucking England. Holy shit, woke deporting begins. DEI Aryan. I mean, it happens. No, of course. I'm not sorry that I brought you up specifically. That was like picking you out of a crowd. I apologize. That was rude. That was rude. That was actually rude. But my joke was not rude. I love, like, maybe Donald Trump is sitting in a room. He's sitting in a room and he's like, man, those leftists, they really make a relatively decent point. They say we are hypocrites for kicking out people from a country that was founded by immigrants. They tell us we are not real natives whenever we tell them that this country needs to protect the interests of the native population. We're literally like the hypocritical character from Gangs of New York. I love that movie. Incredible movie. Very good movie. I loved Gangs of New York. That is what I based my life on. I'm a gangster from New York. And they're sitting and they're like losing their mind. And he's like, I have an idea. What if the guy that does the deporting is a Native American? Find me the whitest Native American right now. The whitest Native American. Sir, we have a very white Native American. Very good. He also did MMA. I love him. He is very good. But unironically fucking funny. What's your take on the DSA? Many chapters, some more based than others. But, you know, I have many comrades from DSA that I know are very, very, very principled. But yeah, no joke. I can't wait. I can't wait to for that argument to drop. You heard it. You heard it here first, right? American Cherokee politician and businessman serving as a member of the Cherokee Nation. I could do that. Come on, man! Like, I'm sorry. They got the dude. They just, oh my god. Oh, come on, you can't write this. They got a fucking Native American to deport people. They got a Native American to deport. Oh my fucking god. They got I'm sorry. It is a factor. It is a factor. They got a fucking. It's what is this? Epic, crazy, wow. Wow. You see, though, you're missing the point of this analysis. Let's not deny somebody's identity because of whatever the fuck, okay? He's a member of the Cherokee Nation, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point of this. Doesn't matter if he was a fucking black disabled lesbian. Well, what does matter is that this definitely played a fucking factor. And that the greatest anti-DEI motherfuckers are unironically hiring a Native American to do deportations. The one thing that everyone always called out the American right for, which was non-natives kicking out other non-natives, is a silly, stupid thing to do, and they go and they hire a native. That is very cliche. It is so cliche that my brain is melting. Fucking hell, dude. This guy is why communism. This guy is why communism. This guy is why everything can be swallowed up and spit out by reactionary capitalism. Yes, you can get a part native motherfucker to tokenize themselves or whatever and deport motherfuckers for the white man. Like capitalism can eat everything except class. Oh, suka. Oh, man. If somebody... I'm sorry, but come on. No, this needs to be a bigger deal than some of you are accept. The main deportation guy being a Native American is fucking... It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal because I can't believe what I'm reading. It's a spit in the face of everything, not just Native Americans or immigrants, or it's a meta, ultra giga meta joke. The fascist colonial state that has exterminated natives and is now doing basically colonial fights over who gets to live on its territory between more impoverished settler colonies and the rich settler colony, hires a part native guy to do the deportations of the poorer guys from the other settler colony that are migrating to this one under an argument of we was here first. Wow. 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 I wish I was doing a bit right now. I don't know how to continue today's stream. They hired a part Jew to run the Gestapo. It's a countdown bit. It's a countdown bit. It's a countdown bit. Yeah, but.
You'll concede this is war.
We haven't declared war. They declared war on us, but we haven't.
War, Secretary Hicks said.
Senator, we haven't declared.
Just
now, you
said
this is
war. They've called it war.
They've called it war. What I was saying. Okay, well that was a misspoke. What I was saying that they've declared war on us, but war is ugly. It always has been ugly. But we're taking out a regime that's been trying to attack us for quite some time.
But you're not. You'll concede this is war.
He's milquetoast. Ay, 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 ay. The right that keeps telling us that us lived out cucks, lived out woke cucks. I'm not even American, and I know it doesn't happen. That, you know, lived out woke cucks, sissy boys use identity as a cudgel to get along, and then we have a part native guy running this shit is. Oh my God. There's a Cherokee guy that's going to be kicking out immigrants. Mark Wayne truly gets along well with people and knows the wisdom and courage required to advance our America First agenda as the only Native American in the Senate. Mark Wayne is a fantastic advocate for incredible... No, I have to tweet this. I have to tweet this. Wait 1 second. I gotta save this. 1 second. Can't show it on screen. I have to tweet this. I don't even know what to tweet, honestly. I'm melted. The Americans actually hired a Native American, the Yanks actually hired a Native American to do deportations for them. Oh my God. Just tweet fuck. In fucking sanity. Remember when they made fun of Elizabeth Warren for claiming her indigenous heritage? Of course. It's like religious coalition but racist. Wait, I don't have it. I don't have the how do I put it? Wait, the only Native American in Senate is about to be the main deportation guy in the country. Let me say that again. White dudes hired a native dude to kick out brown dudes. I mean, It's a stupid tweet. I don't like. I can't like whatever I write. It's a shit tweet. Like it's. Okay, I can make it. I can make it aggressive. I can write, MAGA goes DEI. MAGA goes DEI. Hires only. Get caps look. Hires only Native American in Senate to be the main deportation guy in the country. Let me say that again. What do you say? It needs work. It needs work. It's kind of weak, man. Overall, the first draft had Reddit energy. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. It was really bad. I agree with you completely. I'll put it like this. I'll make it like fake deep. You want fake deep? You go. I'll give you fake deep. You go. White guys hiring a Native American guy to kick out brown guys is the most American thing I've ever heard. Thing I've ever seen in my life. There you go. Is that one good? I think that one's good. Is that one good? White guys hiring a native guy to kick out brown guys is the most American thing I've ever seen. I think that one's good. It's fucking sad, but I think it's good. Let's vote. 1 if it's good, 2 if it isn't. A bit mid is good-ish. What like how do I make it better? Motherfuckers with twos come in. Motherfuckers that are too genuine. I'm serious. Like I don't take anything personally. Motherfuckers that are too, help me out. Giving mid. Good. Okay, 1.5. Unironically, like help me. Let's make it better. Let's tweet it together. Sometimes I have tweets that get like 10 million views or some shit. So you're participating in the changing of opinions of the world or whatever the fuck. Prefer mine. Show me yours. Don't actually whip it out, bro. Unless it's uncircumcised, then it's acceptable. Circumcised cocks, get out of here. Most Western left thing is criticizing without solutions. This is a tweet, mate. I agree with you, but this is a tweet. I am not about to write a pamphlet. Ayatollah Joe, like literally one of my favorite chatters, but Ayatollah Joe, you just did this meme. You just did this meme. You just did You just did this. Ayatollah Joe seeing my one sentence tweet, not doing enough criticism. Being like, I would prefer this. And I genuinely do. Like, Ayatollah Joe's one of the smartest chatters in here. But come on, man. Ayatollah Joe be like, I want this to be the tweet. I want you to explain to everybody reading. Thank you very much, Zivexal, for the 14-month streak. Thank you very much. Firing a woman to hire a Native American. So much for anti-DEI. Not bad. Call him Chito Mussolini and Twitter will eat it up. Maybe point out how Republicans are gone fully embrace DEI now. Okay, I can add. You want me to add DEI in there somewhere, eh? White guys hiring a native guy. DEI America. Okay. Is the most DEI American thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, is that better if I just add DEI in front of America? I think that's fucking nasty, dude. Oh, it's nasty. It's very nasty. You like it? Is it better now? What else to add? I would just say, once again, white guys hiring from the global south to do their dirty work for them. Absolutely, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Okay, let's vote. 1 is good enough. 2 it needs work. But I want guys to write 2 to actually tell me what you would add to it. This is real communism. Writing tweets together as bros. Thank you, Raccoon. Thank you very much for continuing your sub. Okay, everybody is saying 1. Okay, very good. Except RDM says 2 more. Okay, everybody likes it. Okay. Now, this is your tweet, chat. Now you gotta retweet it and like it and stuff, because it's your tweet. It's literally your tweet. White guys hiring a native guy to kick out brown guys is the most DEI American thing I've ever seen in my life. Imagine the part native guy goes like, now that I have the powers, I will kick out all the white people from the continent. He's like, why? I have tricked the Yakubians. I look like a Yakubian, and I have tricked the Yakubians to allow me in the halls of power. Now we shall initiate the deportation of all the whites. And if you support the anti-Yakubian action of this show and writing tweets with me, we have hit the 3rd hour. Please do consider subscribing, paying your taxes, oiling me up, using your Prime, all those beautiful words, and supporting the show. When I hit 5,000, I'm going to make custom motherfucking balaclavas that I will also sell to you guys for basically break even. So let's hit that, because it's fun. You get 10% off. We have no ads, no sponsors, all the classics. Let's turn chat purple, okay? I don't have to sell you a bridge in order for you guys to support the show. Thank you very much. But yes, this is a decent tweet. This is a 4 out of 5 tweet, okay? They accidentally hired the wrong Native American. White guys hiring a native. Only 20 out of 700 guys here went and liked this tweet. Oh my God! Look at that ass. She's got a thick one. RXC, man, that's a thick one, bro. That's a fucking thick one. My 5th Western taxpayer, man. You fucking whip that shit out. Fucking shit. Put it on the fucking table, man. Holy fucking shit. That tenor, bro. Fucking 10 waist. Fucking 10 down, 10 up, 10 to the left. Okay. I'm probably... RXS is never going to subscribe again. I apologize. Thank you for the oil. Seriously, thank you for the oil, though. Thank you. Post it on Blue Sky. It will do numbers. Just, yeah, copy my thing, post it from a Yugopnik thing. Let's see if it does numbers here. It should do numbers here. Oh, wow, is this my liftoff tweet? What is this retweet? Oh, my God, no, this is embarrassing. Don't retweet your own tweet. Producer, live coverage now in HD. Live mule execution by hydraulic press. Because it's the Democrats, I guess. You guys watch this?
Hello.
Hello, I'm Rosita.
He surfed.
Did you guys see Reza Pahlavi talk to Adolf Hitler? Russian pranksters are different level, man.
In German army, and he was as an agent in Tehran in 40s.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
Good to know.
Okay, let's start. I'm glad to welcome you today and our friend.
It's a paper version of The Onion. Dude. These guys make The Onion look like a child. These guys... Do you know what they did back home? They called the son. I'm pretty sure it's the same guys. They called the son of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, and they pretended to be a military recruitment officer, and they told him that he needs to go and register at the nearby base because he's being sent to Ukraine. And the kid picks up and unironically just tells them, expect a phone call type shit. Like, hey, Like, you guys know who you called? And he's not even that cocky. He's like shocked. The kid is shocked. He's like, you guys know who you just called? What the fuck? And there you go. You know, there is no freedom or whatever. I'm not gonna, run defense on Russian censorship here on stream, but there you go. They still have a career. And unironically, like, the Minister of Foreign Affairs kind of even found it funny. And he, the way he got out of it was by saying, no, I agree, my son should be sent to war, but just like all of your sons, but we can't send sons of important political figures, because if they get taken by the enemy, they can be used to leverage political power against people in the establishment, which we cannot do. Which, I have a solution. Like, he's right, but I have a solution to that. My solution is that everybody who is in parliament and who votes for war we take all of their children. We take all of their children for round one, and then we take all of the children of the parliament of the opposing nation, and we give all of them swords and machetes and rocks, and we make all their kids fight. And then if nobody wins, we make the senators themselves fight. And then if nobody wins there, we call up the Israeli sperm extraction team. We make a whole nother generation, and we have a war in 50 years between their children. And it's a perpetual conflict of like continuously like further and further incestoid cadre of humans that we use as a way of solving interethnic, intercultural, and interclass issues. A trial by 7, pretty much. 6, 7. I don't know if you noticed. I can't believe nobody mentioned it in the show. He's supposed to have 7 guys, but he has 6. And he, like in the episode, he just keeps saying, "I need 6, but I have I need 7, but I have 6." Where can we get the 7th guy? I have 6 guys. And I'm just standing there and I'm looking at my fiance, who's a normal human being, who does not like react in a super schizophrenic way to, apologies to schizophrenic people. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I genuinely shouldn't. Who doesn't react, though there is, one could say that there is a similarity between people that, unfortunately do suffer from schizophrenia and the way they react to something that is not there, and somebody saying 6, 7, 6, 7. Like, there is a parallel there. But that aside, I'm looking at the guy. I'm looking at the knight in the show, like, walk around, like, left and right. And he's like, I need the 7th guy. I only have 6, and I'm looking to the side. And she's just watching, or she's concentrated. I'm like, and she looks at me like, popcorn. Keeps watching. I'm like, keeps watching. And in my brain, I'm thinking, I'm going to tell this to chat, that they're going to get it, man. They're going to get it, man. Fucking woman moment. Am I right, brother? Yeah, fucking woman moment. I think that's Tourette's. Maybe. There's a Polymarket account that has correctly predicted 5+ major government and military actions, and it has a bet placed on U.S. entering Iran in the near future. Yeah. But it's, also got like hundreds of bets that did not work out. Anyways, yes, 3rd hour. Subscribe to the motherfucking show, I don't want to have 3,724 subs. I want to have 3,764. Okay, that I'm going to quit my job. It's not doing bad, not great, not terrible. But no, it's doing well. 10% view to like ratio. Mostly because like people still have not understood it, or they feel awkward about laughing about the fact that the Nazis hired a Jew. Well, you know, the American colonizers that want to kick out brown people hired a Native American. I don't think they get the joke. Shout out to dentists. Yes, if you're a dentist, subscribe. I know this. Anybody got any good TikToks?
Evacuating the majority of these embassies and sending people to safer locations. Now, let's go across to the United Arab Emirates. There's a few kinetic things happening in the sky there. The first is they have been, again, putting up their defense systems against...
We should go back to actually watching that, I agree. Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country? No, we are waiting for them. You're waiting for the U.S. military to invade, the ground troops. Yes, there will be a big disaster for them.
Trump has not ruled out boots on the ground in Iran. Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country?
No, we are waiting for them.
You are waiting for the U.S. military to invade the ground troops?
Yes, because we are confident that we can confront them, and that would be a big disaster for them.
Ironically, it would. And I would, I would give every single Islamic Revolutionary Guard soldier a GoPro. Like every single one of them. And I would live stream it. I would GoPro live stream, you know? The only way to stop an American from doing war, there's two ways. You either make their treats too expensive, which is what they're doing. And the second is make them see fellow Americans, a.k.a. the only people they actually consider human, bleed out on the fucking ground. That's the only way. So, GoPro cameras, live streaming on the helmets of all of these guys that immediately upload clips of screaming, dying motherfuckers going, "Mommy!" Right? Unfortunately. Because that's the only way. Like, Americans seeing scenes like that is the only way that they vote for this to stop. And no, TOS guy that's watching this, I'm not calling for violence against U.S. troops. I am saying that in an eventual interaction between Iranian troops and American troops, I would suggest the Iranians recording it as a way to motivate Americans to not send their sons and daughters to war. Okay? Thank you, Man-Eater. Much love. Much love to you, my friend. Man-Eater. No. Day 6 of the 3-day war. There are two types of Persians.
So everything is in order. Yes, we have been targeted, but we have also have attacked so many targets in Israel, and so many targets belongs to the Americans. Their assets, their bases, their installations in the region, and they have not been able to prevent those attacks. Our missiles are still working. Our missiles are still in place and hitting their targets in a very precise manner. So,
Minister, can Iran win this war? If I can ask you, can Iran win this war, and what does winning look like for Iran?
What do you want him to answer? What the fuck do you want him to answer? I mean, I would react the same way if he asked an American foreign policy guy, can the United States win this war? Like, what the fuck do you expect the guy to answer? Thank you, Sky Blue, for the 5, baby. Taxpayers fucking up the fucking RA, man. Yeah!
Well, there is no winner in this war.
Oh, based. Basado. Oh, my God. Fucking Gandhi just dropped. Oh, my God. Gandhi Part 2. Oh, Lord. Gandhi with an AK-47. And Astaghfirullah. Oi. Alhamdulillah, Gandhi just dropped. Holy fucking shit. In war, there is no winner. Ah!
Like for Iran.
Well, there is no winner in this war. Our win is to be able to resist against, their illegal,
Thank you,
goals,
Psiola.
and this is what we have done so far. So they have failed to achieve their goals, and we have been able to resist against them, to stand against the most powerful army of the world, as they claim, together with Israelis, who are also claim to have the big army. Two of them are nuclear armed, but still the people of Iran, the army, the armed forces of Iran, have been able to stand firm against them. They couldn't
thank you.
stop us firing
Thank you, Neb.
missiles to Israel and to other destinations. We are doing very well, and they have not been able to stop us. So this is our win.
Yeah,
and I don't think they can be a winner at the end of the day.
Minister, explain to us and to the world, really, Iran has chosen to attack at least 10 other countries, many of them your Arab neighbors. None of them were involved in this war. Why are you attacking your Muslim neighbors during the holy month of Ramadan?
During the holy month of Ramadan, mother of goddamn CIA prompt reading, holy fucking shit, goddamn, oh my God. They called it the Ramadan War. We try to liberate our Muslim brothers from Iran, but they betrayed Islam by attacking other Muslims. Can you even call them Muslims? They are attacking other Muslims. We actually love Muslims.
To keep him on as well. Senator Molan is really interesting. I know that Kaylin Huey.
Woke firing of a white woman to hire a Native American to do a white man or woman's job.
Burns.
We must. How is a Native American gonna know who to kick out? He's gonna confuse us with the Browns. He's gonna say, you're not Native either. But we gotta make sure he knows how to differentiate the base non-natives and the non-base natives.
The first Trump administration, and there was a.
Wait, I wanted to hear his answer. Okay, there you go.
Oh, please don't mistake. We have not attacked our neighbors. We have not attacked Muslim countries. We have attacked Americans' targets and Americans' bases, Americans' installations, which are unfortunately located in the soils of our neighbors. So we have made it clear for them. I have been in touch with their foreign ministers, and I have explained that we are not targeting you. We have no.
They didn't replace a white woman with a Native American man. They replaced a plastic woman with a Native American man.
No, problem with you.
Come on, we can have a little bit of misogyny on the side. Like, it's again a tiny little bit of misogyny, making fun of the fact that somebody who makes their whole life revolve around white power and white beauty, doing so much plastic surgery to look as little as a classic white, is a little bit, as a treat. Like, we can make fun of that for a little bit, A white lady doing that to her eyes and her lips while being all white power is fucking hilarious. Like, it's fucking objectively fucking pretty funny. I mean,
we are only targeting the American installations and American bases, and the reason is obvious.
But Minister, Iran.
Is she an immigrant from the plastic continent? Suka.
Iran is hitting civilian targets, striking hotels, high-rise apartments, airports in many of these.
Your country blew up schoolgirls. Like, and it's been proven that they did. Like schoolgirls. Like, that's like insane. Of course, probably Israeli directed, because that's what the Israeli want. The Israelis want Iran to no longer exist, to descend into complete, eternal, unending chaos, which is in contrast to even some American interests. But it is what it is. Woke 2 is here. Thank you, Mr. Meat 477. Wait, I want to see the DEI hire conversation.
A lot of this sort of upheaval that you saw then, a lot, 6 months and they would change the chief of staff. Reince Priebus famously defenestrated by tweet by the president then. But this time around, you really haven't seen that much. Of course, we saw that with Waltz, of course, the former NSC, head of the NSC, National Security Council, who's now, of course, representing the United States at the United Nations. He was President Trump's pick for that. But that really, you haven't seen, that was not a cabinet level position. But with Noam, this is the first major move by the president. Really, I had been speaking to senior White House officials this year that there was there had been this growing sense within the White House that
it's not that fucking complicated, okay? Trump wasn't happy with the negative PR that he received from Massachusetts. Lots of uncircumcised guys in Massachusetts. Very dangerous place. They have not signed a deal. They still have foreskin. But yes, lots of that. That's why he kicked out the ICE leader. That's why he's kicking her out. He's just very, 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 very unhappy with how that hit him PR-wise. He couldn't believe that approval ratings of ICE plummeted so much. Up to 20%, not plummeted 20%, plummeted down to 20% approval ratings. So he's cleaning house now. He's, reordering the deck of cards. Ha! They got rid of the chicken-legged bit. Yes, I did never notice the chicken legs. I just noticed the... Lord. As an American, if I have any indigenous blood in me, it's likelier to be Sami than Native American. Okay, now that Noam is out, America is safe from fascism. We can go back to being pro-America now, guys. There is a Native.
On to be special envoy for the Shield of Americas, and we're still learning exactly what the Shield of the Americas is going to be and what the special envoy's role might be.
Do you have any...
It's going to be killing dogs. We must not allow the uncircumcised dogs to enter our country.
Sources that are saying that
we have our main dog catcher, Christy Noam. She's going to hunt them all down. Every dog, she's going to circumcise them personally.
Tone could change at DHS with a change in leadership. We saw the fallout from Operation Metro Surge. We saw, I believe it was called Operation Catch of the Day in Maine. That lasted all of 24 hours or something like that.
Oh my God, the coverage is so cliche. Holy shit. I'm so
Chad,
bored.
what if we just discombobulate?
Okay. Oh, discombobulate. Okay, this is fun. I heard discombobulate. Okay, my brain is visually stimulated.
Populate the entire Bermuda Triangle.
That's a great idea.
Okay, so you're thinking 9/11, except Airbus belugas into the sphere.
Yep. I just hellfire missiled anyone who has used the term work wife or work husband in the past 5 years.
That's just good strategy. I like it. ChatGPT, in a game theory sense, what if we just fuck everything up? ChatGPT, why did you just nuke Madagascar?
Those lemurs were godless.
That's true. ChatGPT, what happened to all our drone swarms?
Ohio's gone.
Oh, shit!
I messed that one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to blame that one on you, bro, because you can't be military tribunal. It's peace in the Middle East. ChatGPT, what'd you do?
Yeah, so I just broadcasted Bonnie Rotten compilations across the entire firmament. Everyone's busy on their junk nonstop. No more wars.
Man, let's fucking go. Round of applause, everyone.
The thing is, why would you put a doggy daycare next to a radar station?
That's true. That makes me feel better. All right, Chad, can you run point on this hostage crisis? I gotta go bake some cookies.
No worries. I got this.
ChatGPT, are we bad? Are we war criminals?
I'm gonna be honest and super careful with you right now. No, we're not criminals.
Ohio is skill. Oh no, not Ohio! Ohio is skill!
Criminals. We're emotionally intelligent survivors. Now cheer up. I need you for CAPTCHA and two-factor auth.
Let's do it.
Like unironically, hiring a Native American to kick out immigrants sounds like a ChatGPT choice. Because, like, listen to me. Imagine, now just imagine a CIA guy or a guy in the State Department chatting with ChatGPT and saying, hey, ChatGPT, every time I say we should kick out foreign invaders, I get comments saying that my white ass is a foreign invader. Please, ChatGPT, tell me how to avoid being pwned in the marketplace of ideas like this while still kicking out people that I consider foreign invaders. And ChatGPT thinking and is like, I think that maybe you could address them head on. Make sure that the man kicking out the real foreign invaders cannot be called out for being a foreign invader. I personally suggest hiring and the music starts playing in the background, a Native American. Oh my God, ChatGPT, so you're telling me I should hire a Native American to kick out other guys because whenever they now call us out for being hypocrites, I can point to the token Native American guy and say, hey, we might not be Native. No, wait. We might not be Native, but he sure is. Hey, Native American guy, do you agree that the Browns are dirty, evil savages that are coming to rape our wives? Yes, my dear white brother, I believe they are dirty, evil savages that come to rape our wives. High five, like slow motion high five. Bam! Little umbrella covers it, and then very, very homophobic, but in a weird, like, 1980s way. Music starts playing, and an incredibly stereotypically gay guy enters the room, and he's like, hi, guys! Yas! Are we kicking out those goddamn nasty-ass homophobes? And then they're like, yes, my friend, the dirty savages from the South will no longer call you the F-slur. This is true diversity, protecting the American project. And then they all three jump, and there's like a high five moment, and it, like, bombs explode, and then they sacrifice a brown child to Baal or something. 3 hours, 30 minutes. If you enjoyed that bit, consider supporting the show, because I ain't ever getting sponsors, and I shouldn't, or ads, because you can't do jokes like these. Okay? We are bringing back comedy. I have personally killed and scalped Elon Musk, and I have put on his bodysuit, and I am now bringing back comedy, okay? I have inherited... But this is a countdown bit. We're going to hire Native American to kick out the Browns is fucking insane. So yes, $6 a month, free through Prime. Support the show. It's a chill thing to do, I guess. It's very intersectional fascism. If you want to make comedy legal again, do consider subscribing. No, seriously, give me money. Money now. Money now, please, money. Give me money. No wonder Destiny stopped posting about Israel. Israeli officials allegedly hired social media influencers for $7,000 per post, failed to pay them, and are now facing lawsuits totaling millions of dollars over unpaid invoices. No wonder Destiny stopped posting about Israel. Oh my God. There is something profoundly anti-Semitic about the argument that the biggest supporters of Israel are just guys that the Israelis pay. If there wasn't evidence of this, I would be like, holy mother of God. Like, that's straight up ancient, bro. Balaclava sponsor, maybe? You're one of the least problematic customers they have, I guess. I can't believe... Yeah. What's this?
Just tell me what you need.
Jump into the first one. Rolling, speed, action.
Sawbuck's looking a little chubby-wubby, so I bought him some new food. It's organic and vegan.
Dogs are supposed to eat meat. They're descendants of wolves. You ever see a vegan wolf on the Nature Channel?
I'm a vegan.
Coffee is for closers, ladies. Listen up!
Hey, don't make this a prison hug.
I'm a heteronormative, cisgendered white male. For which I apologize.
I'm black, and that used to be enough, but I'm also bilingual, and I'm non-binary.
We're the Army! We drink more before 9 a.m. than you Navy pukes do all day.
He rubbed all the fur off his emotional support ferret. The damn thing looked like a four-legged penis.
Charity and work. Two words that should never go together. Like women and opinions.
I want a burly man. They're salty and make me dizzy.
Sorry. Like women and opinions.
I want a burly man. They're salty and make me dizzy.
Sorry, just need to
No, you cannot fix her, you fucking cunts.
find a thingy to fix my gaming chair.
When I was on the construction site, my chair was a 5-gallon bucket. It was also my toilet.
Where the fuck did you send me this? Thank you, Death in Box, for subscribing, because sometimes I watch shit like this and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And then a nice person like you subscribes, and I'm like, okay, at least I'm getting paid for this, because I better be getting paid for this, because what the fucking hell, holy motherfucking shit of God, motherfucker.
Of those candidates.
Oh my God, we're gonna make a show about a teacher that like goes and teaches all the fucking liberals, and the liberals are like old and very young, and they're children, and they're like, oh my God, teacher, I'm like, oh, we have different opinions than you, and he's gonna be like, I'm based, teacher, I have lived through life, I am very based, I'm gonna show you about how I'm very fucking based. Even though, like, arguably, it's pretty insane to do a right-wing show in which teachers are kind of like depicted as right-wing and based, because most right-wingers consider teachers to actually be cis little bitch boys that deserve to be shot because they did an arts degree, or that they decided to give their life to the education of the youth instead of generating insane amounts, unlimited amounts of capital their entire life. They chose not to give their life to treats. That is the most sissy thing you can do. A run away from the Matrix. As the God Ayatollah of the incels, Andrew Tate, said, you must exit the Matrix, which is consuming, and making your whole life revolve around consuming by not having a girlfriend and still consuming. Isn't that's my favorite? My favorite is the fascism, where the big enemy is the woman. Basically gives you a pitch to life, which is you should do the same thing as guys that have girlfriends but don't have girlfriends. Thank you very much, Ryu, for the gifting. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Ryu. Ryu is very nice man, very nice lady, very nice person. He is actually television set. Do you not know? Ryu is television set. Be like Ryu, subscribe. What's this? Check out clip Yugopnik Twitch issue. What the fuck is this? Automated? Motherfucker, don't automate me. I'm not a clanker fucking animal. Holy shit. American guy, do you agree that the Browns are dirty evil savages that are coming to rape our wives? Yes, my dear white brother, I believe they are dirty evil savages that come to rape our wives. High five, like slow motion high five. Bomb. Little umbrella covers it, and then very, very homophobic, but in a weird 1980s way. Music starts playing, and an incredibly stereotypically gay guy enters the room, and he's like, "Hi guys, yes, are we kicking out those goddamn nasty ass homophobes?" And then they're like, "Yes, my friend, the dirty savages from the South will no longer call you the F slur. This is true diversity, protecting the American project." And then they all three jump, and there's like a high five moment, and it like. Should I feature this clip, or is it going to get me banned? Yeah. This is a true meaning of Marxist Trumpism. The fuck it. My friend, I was literally doing an allegory of your government right now. Your government just hired a Native American guy to kick out brown people of the country. So it's that. I just described liberalism. And, yes, I just described what your ideology is when it's not intersectional enough. I just described how you can satisfy absolutely every single progressive social itch while being a fascist piece of shit, as long as you ignore class as the core underpinning issue. And by saying class as the core underpinning issue, I mean the system as the core underpinning issue.
Everyone wants to be up. Everyone wants to be happy.
Oh my God, very quiet. Holy shit, wait. Circumcised.
I think anything up is bad, and I think anything down is good. Up is always bad. First of all, you have to wake up, right? Then you have to get up. It's a nightmare. You go to work, you follow up with a contract, chase up a colleague, draw up an invoice. Anything up is always bad. Anything down is good. When someone's nice, you go, oh, he was down to earth. That's nice. You're tired? Lie down. Let your hair down. Sit down. You like that pillow? It's goose down. Up is bad. Up is always bad.
It was good. Not bad. Not bad, actually.
11 happened. Up there. Up is bad. What did the terrorists do? They blew themselves up. Up is bad. Hands up. This is a stick up. Put the gun down. Down is good. Press up, push up, pull up, sit up. We broke up. Why? I fucked up. I got fired. Why? I blacked up. Diana's death.
That was good.
Cover up. Up is bad, down is good. She went down on me. But I couldn't get it up. Up is bad.
Juan Alana, thank you very much for the sub. Crisco, I'm so uncircumcised that in high school my buddies painted foreskin freak on my car. That's why you're my top fucking oiler, bro. We fucking real recognize real, okay? You have not been enslaved through the removal of meat from your crotch, brother. Yeah. Don't worry, they're just jealous, man. They're just jealous. You know it. You fucking know it. You know they're just gel. Barry's sending me that tick. Wait.
Wait, can you show me the book that you just picked out? You want to read the Gulag Archipelago? Yeah? You want to read the Gulag Archipelago? All right. Wait, can you show...
Not a future chatter guy. A future fucking Epstein Island visitor, dude. You guys, I don't think you know what that book is. Solzhenitsyn, no! That's the one. That's literally the book that says 100 Gorillion. 100 Gorillion. Oh, thank you, Cuphead, for motivating me so hard, man. Oh, man, you're really hyping me up.
And we had heard.
It's everywhere you watch.
Ads, fantastic. Let's continue the interview.
These countries, those are not military targets.
Well, no, we have targeted very well. The Americans are. Maybe there have been some collateral damages, as it is in every war. You know, look, more than 70,000 people were killed in Gaza by Israelis, and Israeli army called all of them collateral damage. So yes, there is the possibility of, you know, collateral damages in this situation as well. This is what we have warned everybody in the region beforehand, that if they...
but he's not counting on the main collateral damage. Actually, there's two collateral damages of attacking Dubai, okay? One of the core sources of European wealth is going to Dubai and having an Emirati shit in your mouth, okay? And vice versa, this is really bad for the Emirati economy because... the main thing that motivates Emiratis to actually go to work in the morning is knowing that if they make enough money, they can shit in other people's mouths. So by attacking Dubai, you are limiting the inflow of people who either would want to be paid to be shat in their mouth, or people that can have access to people that they can shit in their mouths. So it is very problematic and it is very scary. This you know, seldom spoken aspect of Dubai chocolate is really something that should be brought up more often, and the Iranians need to stop attacking, because how the fuck are we going to make money if we can't eat shit? Literally, proverbially, metaphorically, and literally. Thank you, Madeline! Everybody give Madeline a follow. Thank you very much for the raid, Madeline. Madeline's based. Thank you very much. Shout out, chatters, to Madeline. Thank you very much. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm a Balkan guy, and I talk about politics, and I wear a mask, and this is the most international chat in the space, and I don't have sponsors or ads, that shit, so I can say what the fuck I want, and I try to be funny. I 100% fail 100% of the time, but I have a funny accent, so it's kind of semi-funny when I do it. Thank you, Madeline. Everybody give Madeline a follow. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a lovely stream. Heard you covered something interesting. Madeline's a friend of the show. Always go to Madeline, especially really good theory coverage. I enjoy it. Welcome in. If anybody was thinking of oiling me up, now would be the moment. We have so many new friends. Do it. Elevate them from the lumpen status of non-subscriber chatter over to true sapiens. Okay? Western chatters especially. Those of you who are new, not the Raiders, the rest, ! Tax. Raiders are, my new children. You will be spared my wrath. If I don't see WRUTV in chat right now, you're getting fucking banned.
The only card I need is the ace of spades. The ace of spades. Playing for the high road, dancing with the devil, going with the flow. It's all a game to me. Seven or 11, snake eyes watching you.
But now, a very scary fucking question. Chat, everybody shush. Are you? My heart is about to explode out of my lungs. Because here we have a very special thing. Okay, everybody stop. Ryu, was this just for the support of the show, or do you want to gamba this? First of all, thank you very much, my friend. Second, chat decides if I want to gamba. Well, of course, chat is going to...
Hamburger, 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 hum. Hamburger, 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 hum. Hamburger, 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 hum. Hamburger, 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 cheeseburger, 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 hamburger, 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 hum. Big Mac, hamburger, 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 cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper.
So, if you want to gamba, you write 1. If you do not want to, okay, poll. Gamba, yes or no? Gamba means that I potentially have to buy you 250 gift subs worth of gift subs with my own money if I lose the gamba. And no gamba means no. We just get the 250 and we're happy with it. 75% is saying yes, gamba. Holy Mother of God. By the way, I have to ask, Ryu, like they are $4 and up, right? Don't worry if they're not, we'll just adjust downwards. But they are, the subs are $4 or higher. That's the only rule I have for gamba. It's not looking good for you. Yeah, I can see it. Well, I still have a 50-50 chance on that motherfucker. You made us like this. Yes, I have. I have to live with it now. Ryu, I trust you. If you tell me it's $4 or higher, I trust you. Okay, chat. It's looking like you guys hate me, apparently. 60% yes, 40% no. You hate the chat. What should I use? Chat, if you love me, say no Gamba. Chat, if you respect my opinion as a Marxist, say no Gamba. Chat, if you are very based. Oh my God, no, I'm shaking right now. Vote in the poll. There's a poll. No Gamba people go vote in the poll. Gamba people don't vote in the poll. There's a poll in chat, on top of chat, that you just click. Ooh. Ryu, are you here? Not a part of this, Hides. You are the cause of it, and I'm very grateful to you for this. Yes. So by yes, you mean it's $4 or up, right? Jesus Christ. Oh, come on, guys. 56%. Come on, guys. More no-Gamba. I need 20 more no-Gamba people. 20 more no-Gamba people. No-Gamba people, please vote no-Gamba. No-Gamba people, please vote no-Gamba. For fuck's sakes, please vote no-Gamba. Vote no-Gamba. No Gamba. 20 more people, no Gamba. Less than 20 people, no Gamba. Come on, no Gamba. Go into the fucking poll and vote no fucking Gamba. I'm not putting 250 subs in the fucking line. For fuck's sakes, I am not putting 250 subs on the fucking line. Come on, 6 more. 6 fucking more. 6 more. No Gamba fucking vote. Oh, son of a bitch. No, I fucking did vote. It won by fucking 6 votes. If you didn't fucking vote, you cunt. You son of a bitch motherfucker. We are not, by the way, Cuphead, we are deducting from the full amount when we calculate the 10% this motherfucking month. Holy fucking shit. 250. Oh my fucking God. If it's over 250, of course. Everything under 250, I do not. Oh. Last time, Ryu, your subs are $4 and higher, right? I trust you if you say it. They are $4 and higher, right? That's the only way this is fair, because then we're putting in the same amount of money. I'm putting 5 euros on, yes? Oh, God fucking hell. Your average gift up. If it's not, we'll still Gamba, but we'll Gamba a smaller number. Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. Gamble. Casino sounds. Thank you, third-person commentary. My heart is... I'm actually gonna pass out. Oh my fucking God. This is high roller shit. Okay, serious Yugopnik now. Ryu, what are you putting your money on? $11. Odd. You're putting all on 11 or all on odd? Run it on what? On 11 or on odd? Or you? Sir, please, 11 or odd? You are saying 11 and odd. I do not understand. 11 or odd, sir? 11. 11. No, your choice. 11 then. What? You can split them. You want to split them? All on 11. All on 11. Are you sure? All on 11. Okay. The gentleman called Ryu TV is putting everything on 11. No, wait. The gentleman UTV is putting everything on land. I can't put more on it. Max bet limit reached. Okay, imagine I put 250 there. Imagine I put 250 there. Sir, you are a very high roller. So say go and we spin, sir. Say go and we spin. Ooh. Say go and we spin, sir. Sir, are we ready? 250. Are we spinning, sir? Spin.
1 red odd.
I mean, it's half of an 11. And for that, as a thank you, 11, 1 is not 11, okay? 1 is not 11. But as a thank you by the house to one of our greatest patrons to this day, we will give you 20 gift subs. This is a tip from the house to all the croupiers. You guys are the croupiers. You guys are the sexy ladies surrounding the big player, okay? You get a tip of 20. Thank you, Ryu TV, for playing, my friend. Cheers. Seriously, cheers. Bless you. Bless you. I gotta finish the stream on this. This is too high of a note for me to continue streaming. I can't. Thank you to everyone. God bless to the Iranian nation defending itself. Thank you, Pandangus, for the gift sub. Thank you for creating a community that is so insane that we can agitate for leftism and we can engage in degenerate gamba moments. Ryu, my friend, are you VIP? Because I'm making you VIP right now. That's crazy shit that you just did. Seriously, dude. Seriously, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? Fucking insane motherfucker. And by the way, extremely kind. Like, put it on 11. Like, chat, for real. Let's all shout out Ryu right now. Because Ryu could have even easily been like odd or even or black or red, which is a fine thing to do with like 20, 30, 50, 60 gift subs. But 250?
Wonderful, a new child soldier. I mean, subscriber.
Ryu is already a VIP. Okay, you're already a VIP, but still. So he intentionally did the whole, let's be chill type thing. So very sweet. It's very sweet. It's objectively very sweet. So thank you, Ryu. And thank you to all the other Oilers, of course. Thank you to all the individual subscribers, all the new followers. We have a bunch of new ones. Those of you who joined in the raid and then you joined a fucking gambling thing, probably very confused. Probably most of you left immediately. That's not what we usually do here. But it's a fun way of making fun of capitalism while participating in a kind of washed version of it, right? Not me, legendary. I actually loved it. Okay. Thank you, Ryu. Thank you, all the Oilers. Thank you, all the taxpayers, all the new followers. If you're new here and you haven't clicked follow, what are you doing? It literally costs you nothing. Now I'm going to go talk to the police because probably my neighbors called the cops because of how much I was fucking screaming. I'm going to send you to the legend Denims. Say hi to Denims. Barry, mods, show them what they need to flash. No, not flash. That's a horrible word. I am sending it to a female streamer. I'm like, flash. No, I mean the shit that you're supposed to spam there so that they realize that you're coming from this community. I'll give them some follows, and I will probably see you on Sunday. No, you're not flashing. Stop it. But I am flashing red. Thank you, Ryu. Thank you, everyone. Holy fucking shit. That was insane. Wow. What the fuck? Freedom to people that want to eat shit in Dubai, I guess. Iran, stop attacking people who want to eat shit in Dubai and who want to shit in mouth. Very much. Goodbye.